Greetings, friends and adventurers, and welcome to another episode of Kingdom Crawlers, a show where us friends of the faith gather to tell stories and play Dungeons and Dragons. We are now on our 7th episode.
What?
Yeah, we're...
Yes.
Oh, you're right, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
As of yet, still nothing much to announce unless anybody has anything.
Let's go.
We're doing it on a morning this time.
We're
back
in the real world, we're back to our regular schedule, so that's kind of nice. It's exciting.
And did we want to do the dramatic lighting for the intro?
It's too late now.
Yeah, we've
But
already...
he hasn't introduced where we were, you know. He can get the narrative
that's
going.
true.
Oh, for the recap?
Oh, I was thinking more of like that first part, and then like whenever he's like, I don't know. Anyway, so, let's go.
Okay. So yeah, if there's nothing else to say, we are going to jump right in to episode 7 of Kingdom Crawlers.
Woo!
And welcome back. So, last time we picked up, after a 3-week hiatus for us, jumping right into combat.
Yeah.
With Resume having locked herself in a room with goblins, bugbear, hobgoblin. Totally with a plan.
All part of the plan.
Totally with a plan. And so there was scattered fighting throughout. Resume got herself captured. The rest of them found out that, in fact, there was not a second tunnel leading into the main room.
Not part of the plan.
Not part of the plan. You're welcome. And so eventually they made their way back into the main chamber. Fighting got pretty intense for a while, mostly due to less than ideal dice rolls.
I was fine.
I was fine too.
Murderer.
Yeah. Pixie the killer over here.
Yeah.
We had our first unconsciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a thing.
Due to a lack of being able to punch things.
Thanks to those dice rolls.
Job?
We're gonna move on from that.
I know my job.
Eventually, the bad guys were killed thanks to Pixie over there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Essentially. Well, Aiden Mercy killed the hobgoblin, so he was tied up. Because that's what we're gonna call it.
He was tied up. He might as well die.
Tied up, just coming back to consciousness.
He was hog-tied. He was
Put the knife in
hog-tied.
it. We really have to figure out the morality of killing.
And I've thought about that.
Oh, gosh.
I know.
And in any case, the prisoners were freed. One ward was left in its pen as the rest of you made your way out of the cave with the now freed people, sending one of them off with the one harvestman, one blacksmith from Falvik to head back up north. The rest of you began the long trek down south to Orneth. There was a lot of talking, a lot of conversations, a lot of questions asked. And some answers. Eventually, shortly after sunset, making your way back to Orneth. And we left off as you made your approach into town. And so we pick up past sunset, an hour or so past sunset, on the edge of town, just at the clearing of the forest. And the tabletop is yours.
Okay, first question I have.
Yes.
Does Frode know where Reno lives?
I would say probably.
Okay.
Oh, actually, can I backtrack a second?
No.
That's not how time works.
That's from the first cave.
First cave?
That's mine, that's
oh,
mine.
sorry, my bad.
And that's from the second cave.
Oh, we gotta hang those up.
That's also hers. This is also mine. Yeah, also mine. One's crumpled and one's not. What does it mean?
No, Mitch, this
One's
one's
been in
for
my
you.
bag and one. Okay.
That was beautiful.
If I would have caught it, it would have been better, but I'm sorry.
It was
Oh,
kind
I
of a
see-
short
I see
notice,
some
my bad. I
practice
threw it like
letters
right
on
onto
there.
the very top of your
pencil.
laptop.
Oh no, those are
Authentic.
different.
Oh,
Those aren't letters.
this is very fancy paper.
I don't
Did
know
he
why.
just put that whole
I don't
thing
know
in-
why I expected anything different.
Yeah.
But
Did I miss
Starts
something?
praying for him.
all my homies praying for Mitch.
Oh, that looks so similar.
So it'll take a minute to pray.
Oh, we
one
haven't
out
seen
for
this
Mitch.
yet, have we? Oh. Ooh. What's your house? That's.
Yep.
You know that scene from SpongeBob when their eyes like shoot out and they're like going all over the map?
So you all were approaching from. This is the river you came across
Yeah.
eventually in your travels, kind of following down to the little bridge and following the path.
Okay,
As
which
soon
way
as
is
following the path?
northeast?
Northeast is this way.
Well, I mean, like north.
This way.
That way. Okay. East that way.
East
Oh, the
that way.
roads kind of follow north, south,
Hey,
east,
hey,
west.
bud.
Yeah.
If he's pointing northeast, you can.
I know I could. I just want to
What?
be clear.
What?
No.
I don't. Oh. Yikes. Where are we?
It's morning. It's morning. We're back.
Okay, Frode, as we're all getting into town, I am making my way for Rena's house to bring her son and husband.
Okay.
I'll go with.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of want to. I want to see this. So.
Okay.
And she has promised payment for like,
So-
not much, but
Following the path into town.
Sorry, it's always your face. That painted face.
Oh.
Whenever it comes to hearing about money. Okay.
Oh yay! More change.
Change.
So you know that Rena lives on the stretch of road leading west out of town. That one right there.
okay, I'm gonna head there.
So, wandering your way through, for the rest of you, you see a slightly similar site as to when you first got to Falvik. You know, just a simpler kind of town. There is that more kind of central square. But being nighttime, there's not many people out and about. There are some shops still in the process of closing up. But yes. Oh, and as we mentioned the first time you guys went to Orneth, a lot of the buildings, especially on the eastern side, are like almost crafted from the trees. Was it? Like the trees were kind of grown and warped.
Trees.
Yeah.
And where the trees don't fill, we fill it in with stone. And
Yeah.
then the roofs are kind of a mossy.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And as you head west from the forest, most of the houses and such do leave most of the actual tree structure behind, and they're more just kind of stone cottages with similar roofs. Most of them do, didn't we say, have a tree somewhere attached to the building?
Most of them have at least like a tree chimney
Yeah.
that they'll burn stuff in, and the trees around here are fire resistant. They're like, you can burn stuff in them, so that's where they have their fireplace inside.
So, walking down the paths, doesn't take too long before the exhaustion kind of gives way, especially in the two that you saved, as they see their home down the path, and they both just kind of like almost straighten up and wake up a little bit.
I like kind of talk to them like, all right, we're so close, but do you want to do something special for Rena?
Sparkles.
What did you have in
And
mind?
you go around back. It's real simple. You go around back. I'll break the news to her. You sneak in around the back, and I'll have her turn around to you. It's just a surprise.
This sounds like a bad idea.
Oh, did you follow us?
I figured we were all going.
It's very quiet
Yeah,
sometimes.
probably.
We just clarified that like we were joining, so I didn't know.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
No, we'll just stand at the edge of the town, just waiting for you guys to come get us.
Just go full NPC. Start walking into town, and Groot's just
T-post.
has like the one little walk cycle, just a few steps this way.
Need something?
Hey,
Except-
you're not supposed to be in here.
Except, yeah, it's Gruth. He wouldn't say need something, just, right, sounds like it could be fun. Sure, why not?
Okay, wait. You get around.
He kind of grabs his son by the shoulder and kind of they walk around the back of the house.
You'll hear a knocking whenever you should come in.
All right.
I'm gonna follow them behind.
Okay.
Oh, should we stop her?
Don't worry, I got this.
I bet she has a plan.
I bet. Knowing her, I bet she's got some sparkles that she's gonna shoot.
Raspberry's new catchphrase. I have a plan. Okay.
Okay. I kind of run to place because I'm very excited to tell Rena.
Okay. Yeah. Despite the excitement that they've been filled with, your running is still much faster than they're running. They're just kind of like exhausted, sore, jogging almost to the back of the house, whereas, you still got some energy. You can just run to the front of the house.
Pretty quick little fella.
Yeah.
Can I stand right behind him so when she opens the door, it's just that, and then...
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, I knock.
Okay. You knock on the door. A moment passes before the door just kind of opens just a little bit, opening inward. Due to late hour, you sense some trepidation as the door opens. You can see a soft glow from the inside with whatever candles and lanterns she's got going on. The familiar face of Rena kind of looks out. Hello? She looks up at first because she's not quite used to looking down to see who's at the door. So, hello? Oh.
It's hello, Rena.
Gave me a start.
Apologies.
Wasn't expecting visitors, let alone seeing you again. Please tell me.
Maybe come in.
Of course. And she just kind of shuffles aside, opens up the door, and please come on in.
Are all of us able to come in?
And she kind of gestures for anyone who wishes to walk in to do so.
I also go in.
It's late. My apologies. I don't have much food or beverages prepared for visitors. I hope you don't mind, but please feel free to find a seat if you wish.
Oh, I don't think any of us will need to sit in.
I immediately sit down on the floor.
He's all injured.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that led to an extra startle, seeing this giant man at her door, also pretty banged up and bloodied. What brings you?
Oh, well, the last
I wasn't
time...
expecting to see you for a while.
Well, the last time you saw us, you sent us on a quest, if you remember.
Right?
Rather important one.
I should say so, yes.
Well, we bring news on the quest.
You can see she still had a little apron on. She just kind of clutches it. What kind of news?
At that, I kind of lean back against the wall and then knock on it 3 times.
I think that's so cute.
Okay. Oh, right.
I'm gonna kind of hide behind him.
I'm just gonna for the fun of it. Okay. The door opens up. There's a slight creak to it as they open it. As what are names? Rena's husband first enters and kind of still holding the arm of his son, guides him in. Your feet follows after.
I'd say it's good news, Rena.
So with the declaration of sparkles and the lights from the back of the house, Rena spins around with another start and sees this disco ball, as well as her lost husband and son.
Ta-da!
And immediately just tries to run over towards them, but more just stops and drops to her knees and starts sobbing.
She didn't like the sparkles.
The sparkles were fine.
Okay.
To which her husband and son close the distance and just kind of drop to the floor with her, and they're all hugging and start crying. Rena's husband looks over her shoulder towards the 4 of you who are at the front of the house and just kind of Thank you. Thank you.
I get up and walk out.
Okay.
A bit unceremonious, that one, but of course, anything for a neighbor.
Right. There's still a moment where the three just don't let go for a minute. Before Rena kind of... Oh! Right, I said I'd have something for you, didn't I?
Well, you did mention a reward, but to be honest, I'm not super worried about it.
Oh, please, for your troubles, you and your friends, I gathered some things. And so she walks into a little side room. You can hear her kind of like opening and closing some cupboards and rummaging around for some things. And she comes out with this, a little picnic basket almost.
Aww.
And just kind of holds it out and just,
Oh, thank you, Rena.
of course.
You say a little picnic basket, and he goes, "Thank you."
Yeah.
This will be
Yeah.
for weeks.
Oh, thank you. To Fred, it's like
awkward.
the Fred is like one of those massive Rubbermaid containers. Oh, right. Anyone, please.
Only Fred was in here.
Well, I imagine you're all tired as well, and all the three of us have lots of catching up to do.
Oh, yes. Sure
But
we do.
I thank you all.
No. Midwestern over there.
Yeah, you're
It's actually just the Midwest.
you're from the north.
We all smack our leg.
Yeah.
Well,
I know that's kind of what she's
The
getting
North
at.
Midwest.
I should probably get out of your hair.
Oh.
Oh,
the weather.
pretty nice.
Oh, and
night
one more
out,
thing
huh?
before we get out.
Takes you 3 hours to walk from the kitchen to the door. Oh, before I leave. But I can't thank you enough.
Oh yeah, of course, Rena, and I'm sure I'll see you around sometime tomorrow. We still have a bit of business to do with all this. But
More to it.
A bit more, yeah. It's you were really a representative that made awareness to a bigger problem. So I thank you for doing this.
Of course. I was unaware.
Yes, I would say that you should be careful, especially around nightfall.
Oh, I don't think any of us are going to be
Yes.
going anywhere in the dark.
Yes, probably not.
At least we're not alone.
And that's for the best.
Right. Well, I still thank you all, and Rena's husband and son do both turn you in. Yes, thank you very much. It's nice being home.
Yes, it's nice to see you at home.
Yes. Well, it's also gonna be nice to sleep in a bed for a change. Anyway,
I have a question.
yes.
If it's too much, you can just say no. But how were you kidnapped? Well, not kidnapped, because that's technical. Well,
Abducted.
That little guy there. He abducted. I haven't said that in that accent. I'm not gonna say that again.
What?
I tried to say it.
I don't know. I didn't hear anything.
I didn't either.
Kidnapped.
It just wasn't quite it.
No, it was
Okay. Man, Mitch and I, the masters, are just not catching things over here.
You'll hear it in the audio.
I swear, at least once a week, there's something everyone else starts laughing, and Mitch and I. What?
What's her husband and son's name?
There you go. And you would know, so you don't have to really ask. Her husband's name is Errol, Erroll, and her son's name is Alec, Alec.
They're human?
Yes.
Okay.
So, story time?
Well,
Listen, this has been a long journey. I think we can pick this up tomorrow.
Alright.
fair enough. Yeah. It's nothing terrible, but we can tell you in the morning.
Alright. I can come back in the morning.
Right. That works. Tell your taller friend we said thanks as well.
I don't know about friend, but yeah.
Friendly enough.
Regardless, I suppose we'll likely see you sometime in the morning.
Yes, likely.
Right, very well. Well, have a good night then.
Yes.
Bye!
Bye.
I kind of quietly close the door behind us, and I kind of stand a little taller, and I say, "Now, who's ready for the comforts of Orneth?"
You see Gruth standing in the middle of the road, just looking at the moons.
What's in the basket?
What's in the basket? What's in the basket?
Oh, I've forgotten about this. It was like, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, this.
I quietly close the door behind me.
I can't with my foot.
Your toes just wrapped.
You see us halflings, we're quite agile.
Like grasp the lock.
and then he slides his shoe and talks back on.
Actually, wait. Good question. 'Cause I don't know if we talked about that. How, like, are you full on Hobbit where you don't wear shoes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just cut your dogs out?
Are they like way larger than your body should have?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a
And
stout,
Harry?
stout halfling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't.
I was just wondering where on the scale of like halfling and full Tolkien Hobbit you
Well,
were.
I think the halflings in D&D do have some of those characteristics, don't they?
They share some of them, yeah. But halflings in D&D can grow beards.
I do have a beard.
You do have a beard, so.
What's in the basket? What's in the basket? What's in the basket?
Well, hold on, let's get back to the house and then we'll check.
Also, I can't open it like this.
This is the responsibility of another man.
If you want, I'll carry the basket for you.
Yes.
Oh, thanks.
He just still holds it like,
Alright.
oh.
Frode, before he notices anyone doing anything, he's off back to his house.
Oh, I'm totally peeking.
Follow?
I'm like holding the basket.
Well, once again, the transition from, yes, you can take it. Oh, thank you. Thanks.
I am 3 feet tall.
I know, it's just fun to poke fun at.
Nothing wrong with it.
So Frode takes off towards his house.
I'll
You're holding the
follow.
basket, following you.
But I'll be walking.
She's peeking.
Yeah, I'm like,
You're
You're
as we're
also
walking.
peeking.
I go over to Gruth and I'm like, we're going back to Frode's.
Back to Frode's.
Did you hear him?
I'm sorry. Just the thought of Frode's abode came into my mind. We're going back to Frode's. Frode's what? Frode's abode.
I also just like the idea of just in the distance, continuously louder and louder, more distant Frode, just back to Frode's. Back to Frode's.
Quit eyeing the moons.
Back to Frode's.
Yeah, wanna go? Okay. Do you need someone to guide you?
I'm following them.
Do you,
Okay. Follow him, but
I
also
was-
kind of.
I was talking to you.
Doesn't matter. I follow them.
I am right alongside him. So, why you keep looking at the moon? Do you need someone to hold your hand while you look up, while you walk, and you can?
No.
All right. Just a question.
So peeking in the basket. You look inside, and there is a
I'm still mad at you.
small pouch, which as you're walking, you do hear a jingling noise from inside.
Pretty useless. Just kidding.
There, the Spider-Man reflex. There are a few small loaves of fresh bread. as well as a
fresh bread.
I can see I have eyes.
a small vial about this large, corked with a reddish liquid inside.
That looks like a potion of healing, perhaps.
Yes, it does.
Am I near them? Or am I still, like,
A little ways
still-
behind,
oh.
but
Maybe
near enough.
Maybe it's not a potion of healing. Maybe it's wildflower honey for the bread. So I'll just hold on to that.
Okay.
I mean, mechanically it makes sense.
Yeah.
She can heal, he
I can heal
can't.
myself.
You got your second wind. Anyway.
No, I'm still mad at you, right?
Okay.
Okay. Keep walking.
Okay. So eventually, following Fro's lead, at first it looks like he's... I mean, you've been here before, so now it's just on a map. Looks like you're heading back towards the woods before you break off of the main path, as Fro leads you to his little abode.
Which one are you pointing at?
Can you not see the mouse?
Oh, I saw it move for a second. Where'd it go?
Yeah, down there.
You got a lakeside house. I didn't know.
Ew! I'll not looking at the right place at all.
You are not a homeowner, my friend. You are a homeowner.
Hey man, in my young age, I made some really good pipes. What can I say?
Fro at a young age, running an Orneth Homeowners Association.
No.
Right. So heading back to the somewhat familiar house you stayed at once before. Fro leads you inside, and the rest of the night is yours before you all take a rest.
I go back under the cellar.
Under the cellar.
As soon as I get in, I start preparing the hearth in the center with the tree.
Yep.
I'll sleep by the fire.
Okay.
I'll chomps by the fire.
I walk over to Resme before she chomps.
Oh,
You
careful
can say
now.
what
She's
you're
trying to
doing.
chomp.
I'm gonna talk to her.
Okay.
She's trying to what?
Chomp.
I have no idea how you say that.
Don't you have like a little like shop or something?
The shop.
Something like outside your house, like a little shed or barn or something.
There's the cellar.
I can't remember. Yeah, I have a cellar. Yeah,
Is
I
the
don't
cellar
think I
under
have.
the?
That's
I-
that's where the
Oh,
is.
Yeah,
I have like an awning outside that like, or not like it's like a cover and like a porch
Look at your covered
area.
porch, yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
yeah, I thought there was some little outside place where you kind of work on your pipes.
Oh yes, yeah. I do have a workshop. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that!
Yeah.
All those other words just didn't have meaning. But workshop.
That
Is it alright if I sleep out there?
In a workshop.
Yeah.
You can. I will warn you. You might inhale a bit of sawdust.
That's okay.
I mean, he's from Fort Quiche. I'm sure it's way nicer than anything else there.
That is true.
Okay, sleep in the sawdust. Then.
I just want a little bit of.
No pipe smoking in the shed.
Okay.
The fire is gonna happen.
I think I just have been a little bit overwhelmed
The people.
by the people.
Yeah. I understand.
The people.
I spend a lot of time in there myself, so I understand. Yes. Well, good night. Good night, Ivan.
So I go over to the two of them.
Okay.
Well, since it's the two of you here, I mean, this kind of works out for me. So how did both of y'all know you got like spells and stuff and magic?
You talking to us?
Yeah, both.
Well, whenever I was young, I've always had a way with words, and that it seems just became more of a way with words. If you get what I mean.
I don't understand what he's talking about. His poems.
Right.
Well, no, I was talking a little bit more about my spells and
Oh.
whatnot.
Frode was birthed and just immediately said top of the morning.
No, the pipe fabricated from his mouth.
For me, Eliseth gives me my powers, and my grandfather taught me how to use them when I was younger.
So,
Somebody's grandfather's over there.
So, how, like, cause like Agnes and I, like, we've like, you know, been in the woods and stuff, or whatever. But like,
Yes.
how did you like do all your spells or whatever?
Do the spell. Well, so I don't really know if I do the spells.
All right,
I have to focus on my amulet.
all right.
It connects me to Eliseth.
Well, what about your magic mirror?
That's a spell, yes.
Oh, okay. So like you have a spell that.
That makes it appear.
Oh,
Yes.
gotcha.
And then slaps people.
I did see that.
Yes.
Yeah. Cause you were doing your hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
It's very helpful for that in the middle of the battle.
I remember that.
Make sure you're always looking good. Why do you ask?
Well, I don't know. I'm just asking because I don't know. I feel like I could do my whole animal thing, but like other than that, I don't know. I feel like I can do more, but I just didn't know how or what to do with it.
Well, I'm not a good person to ask. I just say things and things kind of, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And for me, I just focus on, well, Eliseth, like I said, but you maybe find that connection that you can draw the magic from.
All right.
So find something you
good.
love.
That's good. She knows her stuff.
I spend a lot of time in the library because I don't know if you have a connection to a deity, but maybe you can find a connection elsewhere, or do find a deity. That's good too.
All right.
I got some fish out back. You could just ask about. Is that not?
There's some fish out back.
Are they magical fish?
They could
No.
be. I'm really not sure.
No. No.
We've had some scar tissue there.
Not known to be.
Are there any of the gold coloration?
Oh,
No.
The fish are plain, normal fish.
I think I saw a few gold ones. Orangish.
I'll
Maybe find what makes your heart flutter, because that's kind of magical in itself, right? And so if you can find what makes your heart flutter,
Like a
then
butterfly. I got those out back as well.
I love butterflies.
Well, it's nap time, so they're probably asleep.
The butterfly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You probably.
I'll sleep on it.
Don't sleep on butterflies.
I'll sleep
So
on the
quick.
magic part.
Oh.
Not
Of the butterfly?
not.
I'm not even sure what that means.
Just go to bed,
I'm gonna sleep inside on no butterflies.
I don't think I have any butterflies in there anyway. That's a strange
The
question.
plain fish will stay in the pond. The butterflies will stay asleep.
Do you know that they're playing? I think they're rather nice. I've eaten quite a few of them.
I can visit them in the morning, but I'm assuming they're playing fish.
Okay, just don't be talking to them too much. I don't want to start feeling bad about eating the fish.
I'll leave the fish alone.
Thank you, they're my fish.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I mean, technically speaking, the fish just live in the pond, and I don't think you own the fish per se, but
Do you own the pond?
Well, it's not so much property, but it is mine.
is it like typical laws of water where it's like a mile out from like shore for like different countries and continents? You actually go out. It's actually a
What
mile
are you
or 2
talking
miles,
about?
and that's
This is
technically
Orneth.
a part of
This
that.
is a pond. The people of this town come here to fish.
Oh,
Pixie, very knowledgeable about maritime law.
This is a pond. No, it.
Do you want me to buy it for you?
The pond? No, I don't want you to buy it.
Well, then they can be your fish.
I will, but then how would everyone else eat?
I don't know.
Well, then
It's not your problem.
I'm causing a crisis within a town. If all the fish are mine, that seems kind of greedy.
Then you can sell them.
Can people swim in that pond?
Well, they can, but it's a little rocky. The last time that someone swam in it near my house was my cousin, and she cut her feet off real bad. So we don't.
Cut her feet off or up?
No, not off.
What did you say? You say up?
Cut her feet off, yeah.
Okay. That does sound bad.
It's not a good pond.
So
Just wear shoes.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Wear shoes in the pond.
You can if you want.
But she didn't.
Yeah.
So she cut her feet up.
I'm really tired, guys.
This
Get tired, you trans.
this trio right here is special.
Trans.
When you leave these three alone,
Unhinged.
So what do I see in the shop?
I also just love the fact that talking about magic and Fro's like, oh, I've always had a way with words, and then Pig says, I'll sleep on it. Don't sleep on the butterflies.
I didn't just kind of just like, maybe I should sleep in the house, and he steps out and hears this, and like, oh yeah, that's why I'm out here.
And those ones open the door, just nope.
Oh man.
I'm gonna lay down. So
You know, I heard they were called flutterbys once.
fluterbees.
Flutterbys.
Oh, I've heard fluterbees.
Whatever. Just don't be turning in my fish into deities.
We'll leave.
That's going into the wrong book.
Don't be turning my fish into deities.
You have to get the whatever in there first.
Yeah, whatever.
We'll leave the fish alone.
Goodness.
Oh man.
We should just start writing like the quotes. It drops.
Oh, we really should. Gosh.
No.
Okay. So
I'm asleep.
it's nice and cool in the cellar.
Somewhere. I'm asleep somewhere. Doesn't matter.
Same as last time. You can see some bags of grains and produce, some crates of other things, some barrels of marked with certain types and strains of tobaccos. Otherwise, it's dark. It's cool. It's peaceful. Hiding out in the workshop, it's nice because you can still hear the outside sounds of nature as it's a more open space. Along two of the walls, let's say, there are little workbenches. There are blocks of wood, some untouched, some in the process of being whittled down into the shape of a pipe. You know how in a lot of workshops you'll see like a rack of different tools? There's one of those, but it's all pipes. Like just pipes that are already made. Some have been like sealed and finished, others not quite yet, but they're just kind of hanging there.
A lot of them have names tags like written on them.
Okay. And otherwise, yeah, around those bench areas there is quite a bit of sawdust. A little less so as you get towards the opening, but it's a nice little spot away from the people and nice in the summer's evening air.
In the cellar, I'd like to lay on my bedroll and start shedding my gear and just tending to the wounds that I've. And then just get down.
Yep.
This shouldn't be long because there's a million flags in our yard, so.
You get
He
that.
doesn't run over the internet.
I was gonna say you get that cable out of the way.
No.
It's not my problem. Not my cable.
Fair enough.
But I would like the cable to stay intact.
Oh, it's not connected to
Yeah,
It's not the new cable.
So yeah, talk
I'll leave it in.
Not your cable, not your mower.
Yeah.
And the three of you settling. Are
I'm
you?
already asleep.
I'm sitting up by the.
Fro, did you go into your
fire.
room?
Well, no, I'm actually gonna go sleep outside on the porch.
Okay. you two in the
I'm
kind
just
of
laying on the floor
living
somewhere.
space?
I'm sitting by the fire.
Okay.
I'm more going outside to just look out, and then I'm gonna fall asleep in the chair.
Gotcha. Love that visual. Just throw it in a little rocking chair, covered porch, just.
Can I take a long rest? But can I just sit back now? Oh wait.
One moment.
I'll stop
One
talking.
moment. One moment. Couple things.
Because I'm asleep.
Couple things. We will start with you, though.
What? What did you say?
Should
I said we will start with you.
headphones?
Sure.
Oh shoot, mine are in the
I
house.
got noise canceling headphones.
Do you want your other headphones?
I'll use those then. He's got.
We'll have to listen to whatever my phone plays.
Okay.
How nifty! I just made a
Oh yeah.
playlist.
I'm gonna make sure it connects. Oh, connected to your laptop. Turn off your Bluetooth.
Can you hear Big Bad John going right now?
What?
Can you hear Big Bad John going?
No.
Since this is the first time we've
My
done
Bluetooth's
this, for a little context,
Oh, never mind. We're good. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Your name.
awkward.
there will be points in the story where little things between a character and I, but I don't necessarily want to take the time to kick everyone out, because that would just be too much work. And so I'm asking people to put it in headphones so that they can't hear. Except Patience is the one that doesn't need to be wearing
Wow,
headphones.
this worked really
Sorry, I'm just
well.
making sure it's working.
Okay.
Okay.
And if you turn this on, it's
Okay.
fine, listen.
Wait, turn that off. I can hear.
What?
These work so well.
What?
Okay.
Good.
So, as you fall asleep,
Okay, they don't work that well.
They don't work that well. Just talk quietly.
as
At
you,
the microphone.
it's not the most secret anyway, but since your discussion about magic and how everyone harnesses it and Mitch's music, it'll be alright, we'll just mute his microphone. Especially Resume's comment about finding something to connect with. You do fall asleep thinking about recalling all the many days and weeks total you've spent out in the woods with Agnes, and her, in fact, teaching you how to turn your skin into almost a bark-like substance, and knowing that she can and has spoken to plants and animals, and teaching you some things. And so some of those moments, some of those lessons, so to speak, just kind of come back to your mind, and Agnes telling you things that, like, one day you'll figure this out too, I'm sure of it. Kind of helping to unlock that memory and that potential within yourself to do more than just change into beasts and give someone bark skin. And so with that, spells.
Oh, is that
Turns
it?
out if you
Yeah.
tap on
Oh.
them, it works.
What?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's not gonna hear anything.
I only made it 2 minutes and 47 seconds in.
Wait, are we done?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, good.
I found a good song, man.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
think you can actually put
Nifty.
I'll just leave these in.
best.
That's pretty cool.
So we could leave them on, but just
No, that's not
So we
necessary.
wake up from the night.
One more thing. While that's happening, and you are deep in sleep, Resume.
I think I know where this is going.
I love the power of being able to evoke a reaction like that. Just by saying someone's name in the middle of the night.
Yes.
as you are in the midst of your trance, you hear, or at first you feel something kind of hitting you, as something is being kind of thrown across the floor and hitting you. And as you're kind of coming back to consciousness, you just hear, Resme.
No.
Resme.
Are you real? Eliseth?
Softly illuminated from the dying flames in the hearth, you see standing in the doorway
No, I know
of this little living space a somewhat similar short figure.
I'm in the living room. Am I?
You are asleep right
Okay.
now.
Okay.
This is happening kind of simultaneously, so you're
Yeah.
lost in dreamscape. A familiar greenish skinned goblinoid form.
Yes!
This time seems to be a little hunched over as he just kind of looks in your direction, or so you got dark vision. He's looking in your direction as you're just kind of calling your name. And as he's looking at you, suddenly he just kind of like hunches down even more as from the back of his head you see these bony horn-like protrusions just start to grow.
Pardon? Said Peyton, not Resme.
I could have seen it either way, so thanks for clarifying. As he looks at you and just says, "You are your only guard out here. Watch your back." Before sidling off into the darkness of the house.
Can I follow him?
Yes, we got a more relativist out
You
here.
try to follow him?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
In the house. He's in the house. Sorry. Wait.
What's happening?
Would Frode have noticed him coming into the house and
12.
sitting outside? No.
I rolled bad. 12. Grix! Grix! You remembered his name.
You did remember his name.
How could you forget Crix?
He's gone now.
Okay.
He snuck away.
That one was surely a dream, right? And go back to bed to transit.
Do you get dreams in trance?
I don't know.
I hope so.
She does now.
I've always liked to think so, just because it's a similar state to dreaming. Like, you're not fully conscious, so why not? Dreams are fun, too, so. And as a DM, you can do a lot with dreams, so no.
Those are dangerous.
You'll never stay up on the table.
Did you say that, like, I saw the horn, like begin to protrude? Like, it emerged from it? Okay.
What did that sound like?
No, I don't want to know. I don't know.
No, I do.
No,
Does he
thank
wanna
you.
know?
No, headphones.
What was it? Like from the back of the head?
Yeah, kind of like sides, back of the
Okay,
crown,
okay.
so to speak.
And they were like,
Yeah. It's like a...
okay. So like very angular horns and not like smooth.
Not smooth, a bit of like kind of jaggedness
Like
to them.
ram horns. Like
Kind
very
of,
like
but
jagged.
not like
yeah, not
the full-on
not,
curve,
yeah.
but a little more,
Like-
yeah.
Into a pyramid shape?
Not like,
Like up?
yeah, up.
Gosh. Okay, I want to amend. When I go back to trance, I grab my amulet.
Okay. And with that, you can all take a long rest.
Okay.
Okay.
Goodness.
Why do we not have headphones before that?
Because everyone loves Griggs.
I don't know if I love him anymore.
Of course I'm going to make his appearances known to everybody.
I do love Griggs. I do appreciate it.
He is silly.
There was one thing, wasn't there?
Yes. When I wake up.
Okay.
What is your floor made out of? Is it just
It's made out of
Wood.
floor.
Oh, wood?
Yeah.
Classic floor material, yeah.
Just because I'm sleeping on
So as you all begin to wake up, wherever you all are,
it. Or
would would you like to explain what you've done in the time you've been awake?
Okay, so I woke up 4 hours ahead of you guys. I skipped brushing my hair.
Whoa, whoa.
Is it because it's braided?
No, because I took it out last night.
Okay.
And
Is Resme dead?
and
Who's this?
I'm going to go to Fro's pantry and attempt to cook breakfast for everybody.
Oh.
And so
You were worried about the shop burning down?
I'm going to make a salad. Do you have any lettuce?
Probably not.
Okay, then I'm going to go outside and pluck some leaves off of the nearby trees.
Can I please can what kind of leaves? Can I
All
know?
poison ivy.
Throw them in a bowl. I'll press the
I
dissertation up.
probably do have some kind of garden outside that you could check.
I'll check that.
No, she goes straight for a tree.
I hadn't thought about
Right
a
past
garden.
the garden.
I'll find the garden too, I guess, and pluck anything that looks vegetable-y and
Okay.
put it in the bowl. And I'll press the dissertation it all to make sure it's clean.
I mean,
Obviously.
you know, you guys have been traveling for a few days. Frode hasn't been able to tend to his garden, so probably a few weeds in there.
And then I'll find a pot and I'll put some water in it. And then I'll throw like a potato in there. And like a carrot maybe. That looks good.
Just a whole potato.
Yes, a whole potato.
And
I
then-
press the dissertation of the potato.
It's water in a pot. She didn't say she put it on heat.
No, I did not put it on heat.
Just pot,
I pressed the
water,
dissertation
no
potato.
heat, potato, carrot.
There are many ways
Yep,
to prepare a potato.
um,
That is not one of them.
That looks right.
She found one of the
Sure.
ways not to prepare a potato.
Just down there. And then
You're writing this recipe
I'll
down.
put bread on the table because there's always bread. And I'll look for
There
the
is
butter, but I'll probably find soap instead on accident. So I'll put that next to
What
it.
is
and
wrong
put
with
that next to it.
you? There's no soap in my pantry.
How did you find soap?
And ta-da! And I'll make it sparkle a little bit.
Okay. So what's up?
Can I be the first in the kitchen?
You would be the closest, actually being inside. So
Okay.
as you all wake up, slowly, you are the first just to notice that Resme is obviously not in the room. You hear some noises coming from the kitchen, though.
I go to the kitchen because I thought I would try to make something for the road, like with my mom being a baker and all. I thought I'd make something for the road or whatever, but
Okay.
Hey,
Ta-da! Sprinkles!
Just for fun, give me a performance check.
15.
Oh,
Okay.
that might wake
It's
me up.
sparkling!
It looks presentable, but you do see
A potato and water.
Wait, what's your bonus?
4.
Oh, you're.
Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. That's
you got
11.
0, yeah.
11!
11. Okay. So you do see Resme presenting what seems to be breakfast.
I made some breakfast for us because I noticed that people around here, I'm trying to adapt to the culture, you know. People around here make each other food. It's like how you say,
At this point.
yeah, you're my friend.
Sure.
you know what? I'm gonna go grab Frode and I'm gonna show him the hard work you did. I'll be right back. I go to Frode.
I'll walk
I'm in the basement putting my gear back on.
I go to Frode who's on the porch.
Yeah, as you open the door, I imagine Frode's.
I'm like, I got a like, just like sleep, I kind of drooling.
Hi.
It's just like Gandalf from Return of the King, just.
My eyes are closed.
But yeah, with
Hi.
you.
Yeah.
Hi, Frode.
On
Frode.
here.
Hey, you, don't be mad at Resume because you told her you're a friend, and I think you could be a little bit more honest with her. She made breakfast.
Oh boy.
As they're talking, can I be like walking in from the shop and I'll be like, "Morning. Someone cooked something. It smells great." And I'll go
No,
walk
nothing
into the
was
house.
Anything.
Oh, it hasn't been cooked at all.
No.
Oh, never mind.
This is vegetables in a bowl a pot of water, not on heat,
Potato in it.
With a potato and a carrot in
and the
it.
bread was not baked. It was just found and
Yeah.
put on a
I
plate.
retract that statement.
That's what I'm saying. Can you just go morning walking?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell him.
I thought you like at least boiled it.
Just know I'm on my way up.
Yep.
Okay,
I
I
boil water.
No.
She did not, in fact, boil it. She did not, in fact, mash it. She did not stick it in a stew.
okay, so I stop rocking and I just kind of hop out of my chair, stand up, my pocket, my
I
pocket.
walk by them before they can enter the house,
Okay.
and I walk into the kitchen.
Ta-da! Shh, Happy breakfast.
Happy breakfast.
I survey the table. I look at the pot. I grab the potato out. I sit down at the table and just start eating it like an apple.
Okay.
Okay, well, Frode walks into the house.
I'm right behind Fred.
You walk into the house as you hear this crunching noise and Gruth holding a potato like an
I
apple.
look over at.
Scooping some of the water into a plate.
I
I'm
made,
gonna go sit across from Gruth and just start eating across from him.
Drinking.
I shoot you a look.
Water with a spoon.
I shoot you
I
a
made
look.
soup and a salad and bread. Well, I didn't make the bread. I found the bread and butter.
Okay, so she's saying this
Hey.
to me, and I'm kind of mostly
Not bad.
ignoring her. I'm just kind of walking in the
I've
kitchen, and
done
I go, very good, and I start gathering
Potato.
other ingredients.
No.
Do you want to try?
He's not,
Eat a
making, he's
potato.
not making the face because of the food. He's making the face
I have a
because
few
of the
additions
situation.
Oh, right.
Before I do.
Oh.
You
It's
see, the
starting a
people
little
around
starchy.
here were a bit particular
Just
with
a
our
hint, just
food
a
and how we eat.
It's like tea.
He eats a lot of food for breakfast.
It's true.
Potato
And I
tea.
will actually tell you all the things that I do to prepare these meals.
Okay.
You're in for a treat, let me tell you.
I think I figured it out pretty well though.
You see, that might be a culinary dish from your land, but I'm going to show you one for mine.
Okay.
Like you said, Resme, whenever I first walked in, about how we make food for each other, and you showed your another characteristic, your kindness of making food for us.
Oh,
for
thank you.
breakfast.
And I stick my finger in the water and look at it. It's water.
Room temperature. It's
And
nice and room temperature.
And Frode's now just showing you a little bit of like his culture with because you made food for us, and so because of that, he's trying to make you a little bit of food too, to show that he's your good friend. Remember?
Did you want to try it first?
Oh, he tried the
I kind of reach
water.
my hand into the dish of lettuce or whatever it is, and I kind of go like,
That's a dandelion.
this is a dandelion. I grab like another mint. I just eat the mint because I'm like, I like mint.
They're both
It's-
edible.
This is. Well, my palate's a bit different, but I just thank you so much for making this.
Yeah, I know you guys.
I'll be having the salad.
You guys aren't going to believe this, but I've never cooked before.
Oh wow, really?
I know. I've never even been in the kitchen before.
Well, you were,
I think I did pretty good though.
you were in my kitchen. Yeah, you've never been.
I guess I stood in it for a little bit.
She's never been in one, so she didn't know.
Oh, that was a kitchen.
Hey, Frode, is it all right if I make some like sweet rolls or something?
Oh, you can make some sweet rolls. We're gonna have so many carbs.
For the road.
Yeah, I'm gonna make some mashed potatoes. I'll grab some onions. I'll just probably cook the onions. We'll just have some onions and potatoes.
As we're talking about what they're gonna make, I get up and grab the carrot out of the water and sit back down on my seat.
Do you like it? I did.
Yes, thank you very much for.
They're at least
this
definitely
morning.
clean.
That was very kind of you.
They're at least definitely clean since she.
Did you like the
Precipitation.
dandelions?
Oh, he had the water.
Oh,
Soup.
Oh yeah, and like I told him, it's essentially like a vegetable tea kind of. Since the potato and carrot were just sitting in there, like whenever you dipped your finger and tasted, like there was just that little hint of starchiness to it.
So I'm gonna taste it again and be like, you know, this would make a great. I'm gonna boil potatoes in this because you flavored it already.
While my dough is rising, I like grab a bowl of salad. Is there any poison? Do I see any poison items in
Roll a nature check.
Oh, wait.
Is there a green part on the carrot?
Did she leave the top of
I
the
mean, it's
carrot?
resume, so probably.
I continue to eat.
Okay.
Oh, it landed on a corner. Sorry, I'm re-rolling just because it was on a corner.
Yep.
It could have been a 20 or an 8, so.
Big difference.
11. You said nature?
Yep.
11.
All seems safe. She was walking towards the forest when she noticed the garden, and so she didn't actually make it to the woods, so much less chance of anything
Awesome.
poisonous getting in there. But it is a salad the likes of which you've never seen before. Any of you.
It's green.
It is green, and as you pointed out, it is edible.
And there
Question.
are other colors there.
Yeah.
Are there pine trees here?
This part of the world, there'll be a few.
Really?
Resume.
Mm-hmm.
We should go for a walk with me.
Okay, I think I'll.
Which
Yeah, I think I'll
Yeah,
figure it
this
out.
this region of the world is a little similar to here, maybe a little north of here. We get the kind of blends.
Midwestern.
Yeah,
Okay.
with like the coniferous and the deciduous and all that such.
Yeah.
You don't care to learn how to boil potatoes.
I think I got it down.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I will tell you, you missed one step in the potato boiling process. 2.
I don't know if I know boiling is.
3. Yeah. You didn't boil it. You didn't mash it. And
Sounds like it'll all work.
you didn't drain it. You didn't salt it.
It's a lot of steps.
It's like 5.
You could put it in a
Resume.
stew.
There it is. There it is.
Stick it in a stew. Listen, Bruce loved the potatoes, so you did
Yes.
something right.
He's
But,
getting
I'll-
patience
I'll
coffee.
I'll prepare food for today and breakfast for anyone who didn't get to partake in yours.
Okay.
The salad's good.
Good. Yes.
Would you like to go for a walk real quick?
Yeah.
And I'll walk out and do I see any like pine trees, or am I gonna have to like walk towards the forest?
Yeah, there's a few on the edge of the forest.
I'm gonna teach you a very old, very basic recipe, and it's one of my favorite things. And high elves, it was invented by them. They love it. I'm sure you've had it back home, of course.
What is it?
Well, follow me, and then I'll go up to the pine tree and be like, okay, start collecting some needles. Come on, you can do it. More. More. Maybe just grab like a handful at a
They're
time.
pokey.
Right, so grab more, because we're gonna
Let
need
me-
a lot. You can do it. Come on. Good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Once we have like a pretty good amount. Okay.
It does get a little pokey, and in scraping off all the needles, you do get that like slight sappiness on your hands too.
You take 1 point of damage.
So you're like just
Psychic
constantly
damage.
pressing.
Station. Okay.
Okay, so now we'll take them back to the house and we'll boil them, and you'll have some.
Still don't know what the boiling thing's all
Yeah,
about.
right. So we'll learn that. So we'll take these back to the house, and we'll put it in water and boil it, and it'll be tea. It's a high elf thing. They love it.
They love it.
Yeah. She is a high elf.
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's just pine needle tea.
I don't think I've heard of that.
No, I'm sure you have. Okay, let's head back. Wait, if you haven't heard of it, then you must not be a high elf, because I know high elves are the ones who created this. Right? You are a high elf, right?
Insight check.
Go for it. Are you trying to roll deception or persuasion? Your choice, don't say.
Okay.
18.
Okay. I don't know. him to beat it, but I don't want him to beat it. Now, in a century of living, you've definitely had tea.
Mm-hmm.
9.
Oh.
All right. So, so you definitely pick up that there's parts that probably aren't too truthful.
You know you don't
Maybe.
have to talk to me like I'm stupid, right?
I'm not talking to you like
Huh?
you're stupid.
That's right.
Sorry.
I just think that you really would enjoy this. And it's very easy to make.
You
And
could
it's
have
one of
just
my
said that. You don't have to
favorites.
lie about the whole.
Okay, sorry. That's my. I know high elves that like it, so
You know high elves.
plenty of them.
Really?
Oh yeah, sure.
Indoor quiche.
Mm-hmm.
Inside check.
No, I travel all over. I've met some here and there. All of them have loved it.
Sure. Okay. Let's go.
Okay,
Boil it.
so we'll go back to Frode's.
Okay.
Sorry, Frode. Do you mind if I try to teach her a basic recipe?
Castle's over there.
Okay, thanks. I'll fill it with water and put it on the fire. Okay, now this is probably the most difficult part. So we're gonna get the water boiling and we're gonna put these into the water. So as you can see, it's a very basic recipe.
Right.
What are y'all
This is the
making?
difficult part.
Where are you boiling the water at?
Wherever I can. I don't
Okay,
know.
the only place that's open is the hearth in the center of the house. So you'd have to put it in the fire.
Okay. That's
Or near
fine.
the fire, probably.
Yeah, we'll put it near the fire then.
You don't have a gas stove?
Fortunately, no.
Full range.
Okay, so
What about a flat top grill?
I put mine in.
Mm-hmm.
I wish.
What?
You can put
Oh,
yours
mine's.
in now.
Yeah.
What are those giant ones, like
Okay.
the Blackstones or whatever?
Now we wait a few
Yeah.
minutes.
Just
Stir
walking,
it.
he's got one of those there.
This is really boring.
Okay,
I kind of look over there. You making pine needle tea?
Yes. I know.
Ah,
High elves tend to be pretty fond of
You
that.
don't have to keep saying that part.
I thought my cousin made that up.
That's probably true. Yeah.
You know, if you keep lying to me, you're never going to be in my good graces.
Okay, that's
There
fine.
goes the bridge.
Hey, Resme. While the tea's, I'm not trying to interrupt,
No, you're
but I
good.
do interrupt. I go over. Hey, Resme. You remember the whole thing you just said this morning about people making things for other people to like show that they care about someone?
Mm-hmm.
He might have told a little white lie, but at the same time, he's simply just trying to show that he cares about you in some way.
But he's not making it for me. He's making me make it.
No, he's showing you how to make it, which means you have to see where the pine needles come from, where to put the pine needles, where to put the water for the pine needles, and after that step, I'm assuming he'll also show you where you put the pine needle tea into, like a cup or a mug or.
I know that part.
Oh, okay. So he's just simply just showing you a kind favor.
Frode's pouring out the water from the potatoes, and he kind of yells over, "I didn't stop lying to the poor girl."
And Gruth is just sitting at the table, just kind of like, "There's no food?"
He's had his potato, he's had his carrot, now what?
I'm not trying to lie to her. I'm just trying to give her some motivation. Anything, that's all.
Pine needle tea is good motivation. Can I have some after you?
Yeah, there should be
Okay.
plenty.
It makes your mouth a little sticky.
Okay, it's done.
I'm mashing the potatoes at this point as well.
No.
I made a bunch, probably
Oh,
like
sure.
13 potatoes.
I'll grab a couple mugs and I'll give one to
Baker's dozen.
Resme. Okay, now you can scoop some out. Taste it.
Mm,
It's pretty good, right?
it's okay.
You like it? You can say if you like it. That's fine.
Not a fan.
Maybe high elves don't like it.
I go over and pour some honey in it, and a little bit of like I have like cinnamon, and I put that in it, and I pour her another cup. Try this.
Still not a fan.
You're rolling to see if you like it.
That was a 2!
You're rolling to see if you like it.
Keeping it real.
Well, Resme, you don't have to like it, but other people do. So if anyone ever, like, is maybe wanting a drink or something, now you can.
Ah, yes, you could be my servant. And I pour myself a cup and walk away.
I see him come into the kitchen. What is that?
The pine needle tea with honey and cinnamon.
Oh.
Okay. I get up and walk into the place with the fire pit. Assuming that's the meeting living room.
I'm
Yeah,
taking
yeah.
my rolls out of the oven and like putting the toppings on.
I'm like kind of like nudging around her, taking the baked onion. It's literally just a baked onion. I'm just taking that out.
Okay.
Can I just grab like a big bag of sugar? Or whatever Frode has.
I'm sure I have sugar.
Sure.
I'll just start scooping some in. Try it now.
How about now? How about now?
Alright, I scoop a little more in.
It's okay.
There's no tea left.
It's just like mushy sugar.
So she likes sweet tea, is what I'm hearing.
We're in the south after all.
Resume would love the South.
Could I try some of that?
Yeah, there's plenty.
Is it just wait, you grabbed the tea, right? Not the sugar? Because they've been putting their mugs in.
What did I grab?
You did. He did.
You grabbed the mug. You grabbed the
Yeah,
mug.
okay.
Let's say that.
Okay, I grabbed the mug.
He tried sugar for the first time. Wow.
And I walk into the kitchen.
Do you think he liked it?
I don't know.
That can be my question of the day. Growth.
That's too much.
It was all that sugar.
The pine needle tea was too sticky. It's going to shut.
It's more of a nice.
I kind of grab my chair and I just kind of look behind me.
Growth. It's a new day. New question. Ready?
I pull out my chair and sit.
Well, you're still drinking it, so maybe that's a waste of a question.
What are you gonna ask him? Here, ask me.
I was gonna ask him if he likes the tea. But I think he's still drinking it, so probably?
He did eat. Do you know
I know exactly where you're going with that.
I was supposed to say that he ate her breakfast.
Oh.
He does like rye bread, and I particularly don't care for rye bread.
So he'll eat anything.
I think he just has a very wide palate.
Tations are done.
Question. I'll think about the question.
Hey, Resme, you want to try one of my?
I hear this news. I walk over. Do bowls?
Yeah. I mean,
Wait,
they're like wooden.
what's happening?
I grab a mixing bowl and I just scoop a good amount of potatoes in there.
Hey,
Probably like 5 potatoes worth.
This is a good full in here.
Resme, you want to try one of my wheat rolls?
Sure.
I'm not even using utensils.
What the heck?
Oh my
Here,
gosh.
grab the wet
Just
wipes.
spawned it in.
I have wet wipes just because they're like a little sticky.
Magic.
Oh, right on the.
What kind of a magic cloth is this? It's moist.
Does anyone
This cloth
else
is cursed.
want a sweet roll with
Sweet
breakfast?
roll for me after the taters, yeah.
A voice from the sky says, "Yes, please."
Yes.
Yes, please.
Hey, Groot. Hey, Silas. Ah! There you go.
So, I have to admit something, guys. I learned.
Can we have the wet wipes pass me out?
I learned that you are
That's smart.
not, in fact, my guards.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow, very good.
I've been the shortest guard you ever had.
When did you realize that?
I had like this weird dream, I think.
Oh,
I
one of
don't
your
really know.
dreams again?
I learned that I'm all alone, and that Rix is really scary now.
Oh, your dream goblin.
Mm-hmm.
What did you eat before you went to bed?
Nothing.
Dream goblin.
That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when? Well, no, you had the glass of milk and the bite of a. Well, you had a sip of milk and the bite of a sweet roll.
When I was young, I was told that if you eat pickles before you go to bed, you dream of dragons.
Well, Rix is a goblin, so.
Well, maybe.
What are pickles?
Maybe a cucumber.
Mm.
A pickle.
What's a pickle?
I like as we're talking, I go over and like reach into my cellar to have like an inner access, and I pull out pickles and I hand one to you.
Do you hand me like a sliver or like the whole pickle?
It's a whole pickle, but I like them small, so
So it's like a.
it's like this big.
So it's like a baby carrot.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was standing right there.
Oh! That is fantastic.
Yeah. Maybe it'll make you dream of goblins.
I thought you said dragons.
Anyway, he was standing right there, and I was right here, you know, where I was
Wait.
trouncing.
Like near where I was?
A little that way more.
Okay.
And then he just kind of like, and then disappeared into the darkness, and he was all. If you don't mind.
Cut.
What are your neighbors doing out there?
They've been like making these weird, strange mechanical devices.
Which is so weird because your neighbors are not that close.
And then he said his little thing, and then he like disappeared into the darkness, and I tried to follow him, but I couldn't find him. I'm gonna get up and go to where he was and look for any sign of him.
Roll investigation.
21.
21.
He's there. No.
That's the sound of Grix.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all, you want to chill? Please? Thank you. No, you're good. I was looking past you. As you look, you can see what might be a couple of footprints as like where he was standing. But otherwise,
Not a dream, not a dream, not a dream!
Wait.
Do you want one? What are you pointing
No.
at?
The footprints on the floor!
There are
That's
no
also not a
goblins
dream.
in my house.
Yeah, well, look at the footprints!
What?
Those are. Ruth, would you say those are goblin?
Those are a lot smaller than my feet.
It's not Silas.
No.
Investigation.
sure.
But would he not know? I thought he would know the tracks.
Well,
Would I know?
asking for a roll for more just like confirmation. Because you all have seen goblins. But just take the moment to really look at them and.
Is it an investigation or yeah?
I'd allow investigation or perception if you want.
Are they goblin?
They look like baby feet.
Alright, I think they're goblin.
Wow.
When am I doing investigation?
Or perception.
15.
15. Looks similar to the goblins you've seen at least.
There's been no babies in my house.
Yeah, That's got.
How do you know?
How do I know that there's been no babies in my house? Do you know any rogue babies?
New band name.
What does that even mean?
Do the tracks like lead anywhere or come from anywhere? Just to
No.
where he was. standing?
Yeah.
So the
Yeah,
baby
those-
crawled in the house,
They're-
stood up here, and crawled out.
They're goblin. They're not baby.
Frodo, have you ever had goblins come into your house before?
No, usually if that happens, I clean the house thoroughly. But I can say I haven't had that happen, so I will be cleaning the house thoroughly.
Wait, that means that there were goblins
In your
in my
house too, yeah, Grix. Yeah. He was nicer then.
Oh, you gotta send word to your parents.
Is that how?
They've got some cleaning to do and some bread to throw out.
It's not a wild animal. It's like health code. If you've had a goblin in your premises in the last 24 hours,
You are to
Can I
cease
talk to you
selling
over here for a minute?
for the next 2 weeks.
Yes.
As you sterilize your home.
And I'm gonna pull Frodo aside. I'm like, do you think that Esme is trying to pull one over on us? How could we have not noticed that a goblin
Goblins are pretty small,
made
but
its way into the house?
there are goblins in this area. I don't know. It seems odd that she would try to trick us. I don't have a reason to believe that she would.
But you don't think that it's odd that a goblin would have came into the house during the night to speak with Resme in her sleep?
Oh, that's concerning for sure.
Okay, just throwing the
I don't think she.
possibility out there.
I believe she believes what she says.
That is a very fair point.
I love the seating arrangement. All the conversations between Aiden and Frodo about Resme, speaking past Peyton.
Yep. Yeah.
Whoever came up with the seating chart,
Resme is
genius.
extremely dorm.
She's just so odd.
Yeah, he was kind of like scary this time. Like last time he was super nice. I gave him some money, and
You
then
Oh, all right.
and then he went on his way to change his life around.
Yeah, we've been over this. Yeah.
Right, but this time he came back. He was not so nice. He was really creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you remember what he said? Because he said rah 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 and then went on. Was there anything that happened or?
Like he was standing there, and all of a sudden these horns emerged from the back of his head, and like, and it was really gross. I almost threw up, and he was like,
I didn't know you spoke Goblin. Wow.
he's like, you're your only guard out here. Just like that.
Horns on the back of the head.
Do you think he's okay? I'm worried about him. It's
So,
not
well,
normal.
he's
He
a
didn't have
goblin.
this-
He's
Right,
a
but he didn't
horribly
have-
horrible creature.
But he was changing things around.
So what you're saying is that this
Changing
goblin
his
came here
horns
the
around.
night,
Would I have seen it?
and he is the one that explained to you that we are not your guards.
Little history.
I mean, that's what it sounded like.
Maybe this goblin needs to show up more often.
He's got a point. You know.
Spoke some sense into her.
I'm worried about him. I mean, the horns weren't normally there.
You know, generally, whenever I see horns strangely sprout out of a creature, my first thought isn't, I'm worried about them.
Well, it's Grix.
It's usually, I should run or get out of my
But what
house.
if he's in danger?
The goblin who grew horns out of his head.
Mm-hmm.
What if he's in danger?
I don't think he's the one in danger.
I was sleeping outside last night.
Uh-huh.
What if I was in danger?
Well, you're okay.
Well, maybe he licked me or something.
You thought it was drool.
I'm worried about him is all. I thought
I'm
he was really
worried-
going to turn things
I'm
around.
worried that yes, I'm worried about him as well. Not in the same way.
Maybe one of us needs to start keeping watch or something. If we have a goblin that's...
He hasn't hurt us.
Maybe he's a magic caster now, like this one.
Oh, you have horns, don't you?
got antlers.
Yeah.
It's not horns.
Well, yeah, you're right.
Well, there's a difference.
Is there?
How did
Yeah.
those come about? Were they like...
I don't know. They just kind of... They started growing one day, whenever I was a teenager, and my parents were like, they were like, my parents were like, huh, that's weird. And I said, yeah, I know. Dad doesn't have antlers. Mom doesn't have antlers. It's kind of weird.
What if they're not your mom and dad?
Well, I don't think there's many other orcs or humans in Falvik that could have had me, but you know. No, I think they are my mom and dad because they did have me. So.
Do you remember that now?
No, I came out of the womb and said top of the morning.
Oh, that was pro.
Oh, sorry.
I was there for
wrong,
it, you know.
Wrong story.
With the pipe.
Yeah.
Face of something similar, you know, she came out and just antlers sprouted. Just, howdy, y'all.
That's preferable to them coming out inside the room.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. That's why I said that.
It was just.
Oh no.
But yeah,
It's a countrified version of Alien.
This is a very painful thought process. Can we move on?
Yeah.
Well, so maybe Grix is a teenager. A horrible goblin teenager.
Maybe. Well.
Just turn into one of them hobgoblins.
Is that how that works?
I don't think so.
Do we know anything about goblins?
I know they're bad.
They like shiny things.
Not a thing.
Would any of us could I do a history check?
If you are proficient in history or nature.
I'm proficient in
From my
history.
minimal experience with them, it seems that it's not that hard to sway them.
I'm proficient in one of those things.
And this is to find out just about goblins?
It's a little black.
I want to see if I've read anything about horns sprouting from their heads, and I got a 23.
Oh, nice.
I got an 11.
Okay. So we'll start with that. About horns sprouting from their head, 23. In the many, many stories you've read, and in some of the actual nonfiction that you retained, you've heard about creatures and beings with horns. Never goblins. Those would be typically more fiendish beings, who don't normally dwell this close to the surface, if on this plane at all. You got an 11
Yep.
for history?
Nature.
To discern just about goblins?
Yep.
Okay.
They're green.
But
For the most part, they're green. You know, there's kind of different shades between greens and more yellowy green color. Typically, in your experience with them, they don't often act on their own. They're kind of the lowest rank, so to speak. And usually, as you've seen them serving bugbears, hobgoblins, etc. Who else rolled
Me, I rolled a 9 in history.
for history? Just about goblins in general?
Yeah, probably specific to my area.
Right. You've heard stories over the years that historically they've mostly been prominent up north in the little mining community. It wasn't until the last year or so that you heard stories about them being sighted farther south along the mountain range.
And no folk stories I've heard about goblins turning into strange things or anything like that.
Not goblins. I mean, you've read your fair share of folk tale about strange creatures and beings, but
Turning into other things, yeah.
never about goblins turning into other things.
Goblins are kind of the thing that you turn into.
Yeah. Goblins are the thing that people turn into and use to frighten children.
Yeah.
Did you roll for something?
I just got a 4, so.
I'm
Okay.
worried
They're weird looking.
that, you know, I gave him the old backhand and all that, and I really
Good one.
and I really opened him up into a vulnerable position here, right? And what if, like, some other entity has taken a hold of him or has spoken through him at this point, because those horns were very fiendish, and goblins are not fiends, fiends are not really from around here either. But what if, like, all these goblins are serving a fiend, and this fiend was like, oh, this goblin's getting out of hand, and I've got to possess him and scare Resme.
This is highly speculative.
Resme, are you under the impression that this goblin would have any intentions or the ability to hurt you?
I thought we were friends.
Why would you think that?
So, what if maybe we just wait a little bit, and next time you see him, if you see him again, you ask him.
I think I'm worried that he's the one getting hurt. Like, what if something took over him?
Oh, you mean like other than the things that take over goblins all the time, like fear and greed and...
Yes, like an entity, like a demon.
I think we should probably just start keeping watch wherever we are. And if he shows up again...
We club him?
No, absolutely not.
If he shows up again, just give me all the gooch
But just like, because he'll probably come up to you, and so...
And don't touch him.
Person who's keeping watch can probably hide a bit, and then...
I won't touch him unless he,
Right. Just be nice to him. He was really nice, I promise.
We'll be very nice.
Other than last night. But I think something's come up. Something's come over him. It's not
He
great.
sounded rather scary last night. If he says anything like that to me, I'm going down.
But maybe I can cure him, so don't hurt him before I can talk to him.
I had a cousin that thought she could fix someone. He actually ended up running off to Falvik. Yeah, that was not a good... Well, anyways.
Alright, we'll do the watches.
How many cousins do you have?
Actually, I think most of the people in this village are friends somehow.
You should probably, anyway.
So, we wanted to talk to Rena's husband and maybe just the husband.
I would like to at least just ask about how they got captured, because at this point, we've saved people from 2 different caves, and that's good and all, but at the same time, what is there to help prevent people from being taken? Because I think we hit these last 2 caves, but at the same time, what is that going to do to stop them?
Stop the goblins.
I think the hobgoblins are definitely the guys leading it, but... And I mean, they have a map.
Yes.
Aren't they serving aren't they sacrificing people to something?
Yes, they call him Bhutan.
And they have notes. They have letters.
They have letters.
Letters.
You found the one.
Oh, that's right, I found the letter! Totally remember.
So far, there's 2 different letters from 2 different caves.
Have
What did they
both been
say?
read?
Oh, I have no idea what they say. I thought they were pictures.
Ah.
You know who could probably read that?
Do I recognize the language?
What languages do you know?
I know Elvish and
What do I know?
Halfling.
Nope.
Ah, I know Common, Druidic, and Orc. Oh, sorry.
Do any of the characters stand out to me?
Roll history, if you'd like.
Adam? You know anything?
9.
9.
Take a look. What is this?
Well, it's a note I've been holding on to in my pack, and I just found it in there. So now we can look at it.
Does it have the same signature on both of them?
Quite.
Not quite.
Not
Let me
quite.
see.
Yes. It does.
Probably a leader. Communicating with them.
This is good textual criticism.
Is it signed to the same person?
It's signed. Oh, 2?
2.
No, different people. So I'm guessing there's different leaders
so
at each
Hobgoblin
place.
1, Hobgoblin 2.
And this is the leader. Do I recognize, like, I don't think I can read it, but do I recognize what the characters at all or anything?
For fun, roll history.
You know, we could.
13.
You can't read it. It looks very different, but you can see some similarities with, like, some Elvish.
I can read Sylvan and Celestial.
It's not. But, like, at least in terms of the actual script itself, you can
With
see
Elvish.
some similarity with Elvish.
That's weird.
But it's different enough to where it's still foreign to you.
Can,
Oh wait, I cast a spell.
You cast a spell.
Ooh.
Comprehend language.
Ah.
And
Hey.
I look at
There you go.
I'm touching.
Thank you, bro.
Okay.
And yes. Okay, what is this?
Oh, I gotta get that done.
what kind of language is it?
Yes, I gotta look up.
Yeah, does he know what type of language it is from that?
No, I just
No.
think like he'll
Alright.
tell us.
If
Probably.
you send me text, I can read it. If you have that.
Would you like that?
Yeah.
Would you like to be read it?
Sure. Yeah. Well, I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we'll read those letters after a break.
Hey,
So I can
nice.
text that out
Good
and
idea.
also go to the bathroom. So we'll be back here in a couple minutes to find out what those letters say.
Sorry.
I was okay.
Just block his whole head.
Yeah.
As I was signing off, I just see David Head. So yeah, we'll be back here in a few minutes. I'll get that text to you. See you shortly. And welcome back. I'm sorry, I just realized I got distracted. My display is correct. I'm facing right side up.
What?
How bizarre.
Should we be concerned? Because it's never
I
happened.
don't know.
Surely we can fix
say
it. in
recording?
post.
It does say recording.
Put him upside down and post.
Help. Anyway, we are back.
What?
Just starting counting. We're back. It is mid-morning in Frode's abode in Orneth, and he just remembered he had a spell that he could use to read those letters.
It's convenient.
It's very convenient. I actually saw that yesterday. From time to time, I'll just see what people can do, make sure I know their abilities and stuff as well. And I saw, oh, Frode's got comprehend languages. That's convenient.
It'd be useful. Yeah.
And so I've sent him the texts of what the letters say. The crumpled up one is number 1. The nicer one is number 2.
Okay. Well, I think I can read it. Would you like to hear?
Can you tell what type of language it is? I'm curious.
Does comprehend languages let you do that? Right part I am unfamiliar with.
Hi.
It just says you can understand written languages.
Okay. I'll think on that while you read.
Okay, so I don't know what language it is.
I'll think about it, but you can just go ahead and read.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure at the moment. I just know what it says. Letter 1. This is from the. This is from the cave northeast of Falvik. It says, Torres, my patience for your foolishness has come to an end. I've given command from the watchers, whose commands comes from Votask. A command a weak goblin understands. What I see now, your hand is a cavern, with your weak fill. What?
Head. I might have missed that.
Your
but
head.
it's head.
I see your head as a cavern, with your weak filth raiding and uncovering themselves. You fool, one more failure before I come and give your blood to the shadows. Gothlog.
How do you spell that
What's
last
that
part?
Gothlog. And that's him signing off. Okay.
Okay, so Torad's not good at his job.
And the,
Especially since on the way out of the cave, you sacred flamed him.
Oh, I took him to the shadows myself
we
then.
razzed his toes.
That's a hobgoblin.
What did you say?
We razzed his toes.
That was a hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin that I sacred flamed.
Okay, and the second letter is from Gothlog as well. It says, Rakul, you do well. What the watchers tell me what Hosk demands haste from you. And you don't want to fall behind like that Fiddle Taraz. If you do better, you may take the place of Taraz after his blood is given to the shadows for his folly. Ah, this is a cursed text.
Yeah.
Death.
Well, I delivered the first death.
You did. It seems that you did their bidding, though.
Welcome. Wait.
So,
So-
who are these watchers that it speaks of?
Wait. Okay. I was about to say, we killed
You killed
Yeah, we
someone.
killed the one that was gonna get promoted.
Which one did I kill?
The promoted one.
Mm-hmm.
Watchers.
So who are these watchers?
I'm
keep
gonna say
hearing
with
about?
comprehend languages, give me a history. Give me an intelligence check. So it's
He
actually
already
intelligence
read 'em.
modifier. I know, but
Oh.
like as part of the spell, just because
find
it
out
doesn't
the language.
explicitly say that he knows the language,
What are you doing?
but I'm just gonna. We'll see.
You said intelligence, not history?
Intelligence, yeah.
Oh, 17.
Ooh.
17. Okay. Putting some of the pieces together. I don't know if Resume shared that it looks like it has some traces of Elvish to it. The names, the fact that all these letters and creatures were found underground and in caverns leads you to believe it's likely some form of undercommon.
What is that?
Undercommon?
Undercommon.
Yeah.
You should share that with the party.
Caleb, do you know what undercommon is?
Not really. I mean, I'm assuming it's the Underdark stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
It's common of the Underdark. Okay.
As I finish reading, I kind of look back towards Resume and I go, I think this is Undercommon.
That makes a lot of sense.
Do you know
Yeah,
anything
I do.
about, what do I know anything about the
Let me
Underdark?
think back to my time in the library.
If you are trained in history, you may.
Ooh, 22.
At 21?
Rolling high on these.
Wow.
We know a lot about the
You
Underdark.
both know a lot about the Underdark. Okay.
What do I know about the Underdark?
It's coming back.
Do I know anything about the underdog?
Oh, do I?
Oh, wait.
Are you proficient in history?
No, I'm joking.
So, what you've heard about the Underdark is that it's a little more recent to the world, all things considered. Not a lot of texts or accounts of people who have traveled to the Underdark and made it back. Just a lot about creatures supposedly forming forms of societies and civilizations in varying deep levels under the earth. Usually nothing too savory or friendly, as you've probably started piecing together by now. Not the nicest place.
Do you think there's a possibility that, like, underneath your beautiful, peaceful home, there's a horrible, horrible place?
I suspect that under every person, if we kind of, look deeply enough, there's a horrible depth that dwells beneath.
That's a really pessimistic way of thinking.
It was really scary.
Well,
I meant like, you know, like physically, like underground.
physically,
Yes. Like
do
right
I
beneath our feet.
think that below us there's a hellscape?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that, but I haven't dug that
I'm
far.
starting to think that.
I know someone who probably has done that for her.
Oh.
He's explored every part of the world simply by digging.
I think this is much bigger than, you know, these little camps.
Yeah,
Which we kind of knew, right? We knew that there were.
yes, but I wasn't expecting a network of caves
Well,
connecting all the land. This is, I have to put it bluntly, this is bad. This is very bad.
Well, we reunited Rena and her family, so I guess we can leave.
Oh, was
Well-
this not the adventure that you
well-
craved?
well, honestly, I think. I mean, putting two and two together. What I'm starting to think it is they're wanting to make sacrifices to their little demon god thingy, due to whatever.
Yes.
And I think what they're doing is they're setting up these camps to make these little sacrifices of stealing people from these towns that are close by, and they're picking out caves simply to just have a place to where they can hide and take cover and perform these sacrifices or these rituals, but also not really like being out of the way, but like close enough to where they can do these like kidnappings or whatever to get their people to sacrifice. And I'm thinking that they're just really trying to do something like that.
Yes. They're plundering the edge of the Underdark, our world, for their demon god of the Underdark.
But I think that's all the caves really are, is like these little camps of just...
Right, so where's the big one?
I would assume in our world, big cities dwell on the surface in plain sight. I would guess that big cities of darkness and hatred dwell in the Underdark, deep, deep inside.
So we've got to go there.
Well,
I don't think that I
Well,
want to go to the Underdark.
If we don't, the problem's never going to end. They'll just keep sending more people to fill up the caves.
You're right, but
we-
I don't think I'd survive. I don't think I'd do any good down there.
we've been closing up the caves and killing the people who've been... Well, killing the goblins who've been kind of in charge of really these little camps or whatever, and it seems like there's a system of them, but looking at the map and looking at these letters, it doesn't seem to look like it's a huge system of something. It looks more or less like it's just in this area.
Right. And if we don't take care of, you know, the root of the problem, it's just going to keep happening. They'll just keep filling the spots that we destroy. They'll clear out the caves that we covered.
Resma, you are, of course, right.
I know. So, who wants to go to a really dark, scary place?
Well, I would like to talk to, it's Rena.
Rena.
I'd like to talk to Rena, her husband, and well,
Right.
preferably just her husband. I
Yes.
don't want to scare the kid, but just to figure out if they found out anything while being captured and being taken away.
I think we need to go to the capital and beg for the capital to take care of this problem that's in their lands.
Think they would help?
I think that it is at least worth trying.
I know.
But it's days away, isn't it?
Well, yes, but there's no sign that this is going to lead to a sudden collapse. But I don't think us as a small squad can take down the whole of the Underdark.
Are you saying we leave the two other caves alone
I think it would be best.
and then go capital?
I don't see how we solve this problem on our own.
I agree. I think that we don't have the information needed to know how big of a
We need an
operation
army.
this actually
We
is.
need an army.
Be better to approach with numbers than just to have a small
You
square.
just said you don't know if we have enough to know
right,
what's going on down there.
right. But
If we don't know what's going on down there, how are we going to get help from the capital?
You're right. You're
it's
right.
true.
We need to. Well,
We probably need to get those other two caves.
I don't think we. Perhaps we just try one and see if we can get down far enough to see the scope of the
Do you think that the caves are connected to this?
I have to imagine so if the Underdark is below.
Well, if that's the case, we've heard mostly that the goblins are from the north. So the cave to the north is going to be the one that probably leads us down.
I think we've already. Oh, there is one further to the north, isn't there?
Yeah.
But my
Above
issue with that
Falvik.
is that we're already here. We've already planned to take this one on in the south. And that one probably has hostages as well.
Which direction is the capital from here?
Is that road?
It's about a week to the east.
Enough
is-
time to talk.
And talk,
And talk.
And,
which week is 8 days.
8 days.
Oh no.
And that's assuming you take the ferry across the lake again.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Which I think with her around we would.
Yes.
How is a ferry going to carry all of us across the
Oh
lake?
my gosh.
Well,
That is absolutely absurd.
Ferries are so small.
I think I took psychic damage.
I think let's talk to Rena's husband, see what we can learn,
Yes.
and then decide from there what we can do.
Yes. Well, Irina's husband may have heard something of where they're coming from, their comings and goings, you know. So yes, I think that's a good place to start.
Okay.
Perhaps we should bring some food to them. Just.
I'll get salad.
I got some sweet
I have
ones.
some comforts from home that I think they would prefer over the foreign foods. If that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't mean any offense.
Okay.
grass in a bowl is foreign.
Grass, mint,
People
and
from around these
dandelions.
parts have never had anything quite like that, so it is foreign.
While
It's foreign to their mouths.
while we walk over, or I'm assuming we're all heading that way.
I am.
Yeah, yeah.
Most mouths, unless you're
Yeah, no.
a cow
Yep.
or maybe a sheep.
Dumb.
While we head that way, I go over to Gruth.
Okay.
So, Gruth, I got a question for you. So, how, you know, you're pretty tall. Is that like a family trait? Is that something from your mom or dad or history?
I just walk a little faster.
Okay.
I also walk a little faster.
She's not too much shorter than you, so her stride, she can keep
It
pace.
matches pretty well.
It does.
You know, you could just. So from your mom or your dad? Like, was your dad like
Dad.
4 foot? Okay. How tall was he?
I don't know, it's been a while.
A while. What do you mean a while?
It's been a while.
Like since you seen him?
Yes.
When's the last you saw your mom? Because if it's from your dad, do you not know how tall your mom is?
Maybe he doesn't have.
I'm done talking.
Well, you could talk a little bit. You could just blink.
Alright, Groot, I have a game. We all be quiet and I play bagpipes.
Oh, goody.
Yes, I know. And I just.
I love the idea that he doesn't understand sarcasm at all.
No, I think
He understands it. He just doesn't care.
So, heading to Rita's.
Head in arenas
with our music.
with music announcing your presence.
Sorry.
Could you pour some of that into here?
So, yeah,
Just to try it.
sure.
No, put the Can I have this person?
Not the longest trek to Rena's house. And approaching now in daylight hours, you see the simple home. Windows are open. No one outside.
Look.
So you approach.
I knock with my potatoes in my hand.
With your potatoes in hand. Okay. After a moment, the door opens up, and you see Errol standing at the door.
He's the little lad, right?
No, Errol's the dad.
Oh. That wouldn't work. Okay.
Hey, God.
I reach
hey.
up. I say, hello, we're here again. And I reach to shake his hand.
He enthusiastically takes your hand and shakes it, and then, oh, please, come on in, come on
Wrong
in.
taters.
Oh, beautiful. Please, all of you, come on in.
I haul the taters up on the tater table.
Okay. That's very kind of you. I thought it was kindness enough just bringing us home, but, appreciate the food.
Well, what kind of neighbor would I be if I just brought you home and dumped you?
True enough. I'd say you might be an outsider at that.
Yeah, well, I might. We here, we're kind of wondering, so we've received strange texts and we took them from the caves. And they hint at something, well, it's a bit strange really, I don't want to get into it very much, but they made us wonder, did you overhear anything during your time in the caves? And we were also wondering how you were captured.
Well, I suppose I can start with the easy part. Well, it was about time. We were not running low on food, but Alec and I decided to go out, do some hunting, try to find some more provisions for the family, as well as maybe a couple things to sell to the butcher. We should try to go into the woods, just between here and Falvik. There's less foot traffic, so more game. And I usually go 2-3 days at a time. Don't always take Alec with me, but now that he's a man, I figure start learning a few things. And one night, night before we were about to head home, well, we were getting ready for bed. I think Alec had already fallen asleep, and I suppose I started dozing off, because the next thing I know, I was jolted awake with something stopping me from speaking, my hands being held behind my back, and I turned and saw Alec being carried off between these two creatures, and well, I guess I not the strongest in my older years, but I guess I was a bit too much for him, because next thing you know, I felt a sharp pain across the back of my neck, and then nothing, until I woke up in this tiny cage, just enough room to sit in, and still tied up. It'd only take our only once or twice they untied us to give us whatever scrap of food they left, which was edible, I suppose, but and we did hear him talking. Mostly couldn't make out a thing they were saying. All just this beastly grunts and shouts, and honestly wasn't even sure you could call it a language.
This is nasty business.
Very nasty. But there was at least some times when they didn't like us talking, asking questions, and so they said if we didn't keep our mouths shut, they'd feed us to that other awful creature, dog thing, I guess. I think the only other thing we really heard that we could understand is them talking about what they were going to do with Well, I fortunately heard about what they were going to do with us, but then with all the things they were taking as well, I heard them say just briefly that soon enough they were going to take things below.
Did you have any sense of where this below might be?
Oh, they made it sound pretty far deep.
Did they speak any about leaving the cave to go below, or it seemed like they could actually get down there from the cave?
Oh, they spoke about it, but they didn't speak it in such a way that it made it sound like they were just gonna pop in real quick.
Just a journey.
At least what I gathered. They did make mention about trying to get with the others. I heard we did faintly from time to time hear some digging and clinking of rock, like they were trying to make a passage somewhere. I don't know if that was deeper or the other caves.
There was that hallway that led to nothing.
Oh, they must be trying to connect the Underdark to the surface.
Maybe the other caves. I mean, they're pretty much in a straight line, except the one by Falvik.
Maybe I'm not sure which. I suppose it could be both.
Do any of us remember, it was disoriented down in the cave, but which direction that hallway was going?
Can I make a roll for that?
Yes, you can.
So I remember it going that way on the screen.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't know what direction that is.
So that hallway that seemed like it was going nowhere would have been leading south.
What kind of roll did you want?
No, just answer the
Nature.
Oh, he.
Nature or survival. But yeah, I did just kind of
14.
So,
looked like it was headed south.
good job.
South.
Oh, so maybe it's that bottom one.
The one that we.
Because we went to,
Falvik, and then we went to the Orneth one.
and the Orneth one is the one below.
You're right.
Yeah.
Why would they
Yeah.
be digging a cave away from the hub of the... Yeah, you're right.
We don't know if it's the hub. It's just a guess.
Seems like it.
Yes, but if you're... Just from what I know of trade routes, you don't make a path away from a central city. You make them pointed towards the central city and then branch off on that way. And so I would assume that wherever they are settled is somewhere in the south, based on that cave.
That
Now-
last X in that little patch of mountain.
Yes, I think that's a good bet as any, for at least trying to uncover something and reporting back to the capital with our findings.
How wonderful we're already headed there.
We could always take the letters in the map to the capital to.
I think that's good. Errol,
Yeah.
could I entrust you with something?
Of course. Save our lives.
So you heard me mention the Underdark, yes?
Aye.
We believe there's something happening under our lands that's far worse than what we're seeing up here. We're worried that it's going to overshadow our lands in short time. And we need to take action before this thing happens. We don't have enough out here. We have harvestmen in our group. It's not enough to fend off these foreign invaders. We've taken these letters from their lands from their caves, and they are soundproof. Now we're going to go and try to find anything that we can in the caves below, and report back to the capital once we make that discovery. But this is no mission of guaranteed success. In fact, it's going to be quite treacherous down there. We know a little about the Underdark, and it's nothing pleasant. My request to you is that you take these letters to the capital preceding us and give them news that we're going to scout out the caves below. And if we should not make it out, try to convince them to send anyone.
Make a persuasion check.
Nice.
19.
Okay.
Can
Bards.
we this is patient sort of thing. Can we like give them some money to like help with their travels?
Yeah, I think we should. Well,
Sorry.
Oh, for like the ferry?
Like ferry, and then like also like hotel, tavern.
Well,
Give him a few nights at the Best Western.
what say
Holiday Inn.
Errol?
My apologies. If you think it's that urgent, I could, I can, yeah.
Can we give him a copy of the map as well, so they know where we're headed?
Did Aiden grab it?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I
We have
did
two
get
maps.
a almost identical version
I would
of that.
also recommend perhaps bringing some others along with you. Maybe rally together some of the.
Oh, no, I'm not going by myself, no. Learn that lesson.
Right.
Wise. Though, if you are heading east, we don't have any news of them coming east. Really, you just have to make it to the ferry, and you should be good.
Which I totally understand, not wanting to travel with other people. So, and I pull out, do 5 platinum. This is for you can rent out the ferry, and then you can also like get a nice room when you get to the capital.
It's a very.
Well,
It's nothing much, really, you know. But
This is a Mitch question.
Uh-huh.
How much platinum do you have?
I have a number.
You don't know.
like greater than 10.
That was the
Cute.
rest of it. She's broke now.
She only has change.
Yeah, now she's reduced to pocket change. Right, that'll,
Is it not enough?
I
No,
kind
no.
of lean over and I pat him on the back. And when you get back, you can make that addition to your house that you've been planning. And have maybe 5 more at once.
I should say so. That'll cover the journey and then some. Thank you. He just kind of tucks into his pocket. Although it's funny when you say, like, reach around and pat his back, it's more like his thigh.
Yeah. I kind of do one of those side pats, I guess.
Yeah. Right. We can make that travel. See what we can do before you get there, and well, hope and pray you do get there.
We can guide you a certain part of the distance into the woods because we have to travel south anyway.
Well, they're traveling east.
All right.
Right.
The road east from here takes us on a path to the capital.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
Oh.
I wanted to go that way.
Protect them halfway through the woods.
All right. Yeah.
That is the most dangerous part, so that makes sense.
We could just go through the woods with them and then.
No, we don't
Okay.
want to. That's because I'd be taking them south towards the danger we want to go.
That works.
Well, how's that sound? We'll take you as far east as we are planning on going, and then let you go the rest of the way. That should get you to the most dangerous part.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
Alright.
sorry, when you were down in the cave, did you happen to see any goblins or hobgoblins, like, sprout any horns out of nowhere?
I saw no horns.
Okay, because I'm worried that there's something fiendish happening here, so maybe mention that to the capital too.
It would seem that your friend is a unique kind of terrible.
Well, I imagine if they're taking and killing people, there's probably something dark and fiendish.
You might want to check OBS.
It is dancing on me.
It's really not.
Oh.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just had an error occurred while recording, but
Yeah.
nothing really happening.
It's okay.
And see if they know anything about the name. I don't know if I wrote down. Two?
Yes. And
Or tush?
I'll take. Well, actually, you know what? I am going to. I'm going to reference on the letter where it says Vutosk,
That one.
and I'll say, "This is the name of the demon god of the Underdark that they worship and sacrifice to. He seems to be the one that is provoking this. I'm sure
Right.
someone in the capital will know something about him."
Let's hope so.
Please do not talk to anyone about this until we get there.
Well, no, I want them to talk to people about it.
Me too.
They need to know.
But certain people.
Yeah, let's be wary of strangers for sure, yes.
Oh, I'm not gonna go standing on the street and shouting about this.
Yeah, see if you can seek counsel with someone in the council.
Right.
I was able to get in, that would have been about a week back. With little success, but my news was not so drastic as this. I was talking just about trade agreements and money and such. But surely they'll listen to you. Do you have any connections in the capital?
Hmm?
Do you have any connections in the capital?
Not personally, no. I've only been once or twice.
You know what? I'm gonna reach in my bag and grab out a bag of tobacco, and
Okay.
I'm gonna hand it to him. And I say, "Do we know the name of the guy that threw the tobacco at me in the council?"
Oh, we probably do.
Sending back the bad pipe weed.
This episode is sponsored by nobody. Please sponsor us.
Please,
Please sponsor
for the sake
Not
of
that one.
wide
Sorry,
end.
that one.
us. Sponsor us.
Sponsor us so we never have to see Wide Me again.
Oh
Please.
no, we'll just make him wider.
Thanks, I hate it.
How wide can we make Andrew?
No.
Oh, no.
This is a terrible game. This is a very terrible game.
Andrew.
No.
I don't even know what it looks like.
No, it doesn't look
Yikes.
good.
Oh, it depends where you grab from. Really enhances
Oh,
the
he's like big in
experience.
mind over here now.
How big can we make this one?
I
He's a
hate
happy
this.
guy.
Oh, happy guy.
Really don't like this.
He's so happy.
He's so happy.
So
What does he know that we don't?
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
What does he know that we don't? Oh, what?
What is he? What?
What does he know that we don't?
He's so happy.
About that much.
A few things.
I guess second break? I don't
They're going to the capital. No.
They're leaving now, I guess.
They want to go to that cave.
Too much talking. Let's go. The council member that would have thrown the tobacco at you would have been a roughly middle-aged human named Tara Oridin.
Okay.
T-A-R-A. Oh, if you're writing it down. If you're not, that's okay
Yeah,
too.
no, I should write it down.
forgot to grab snacks.
That's okay.
What?
Tara.
Tara. Oradin. Oradyn.
Also, want to see something cool?
Okay.
And you know them to be from the northern section of Udafir.
The northern?
The northern section. Connected with the
I didn't do that.
families of all the winemakers and vineyards and such.
Okay.
Is that the name?
It's this.
So
It's a very similar.
It is.
I hand him that bag of tobacco along with it, a second bag, and I kind of just tell him, I say, whenever you get there, say that Frode sent you, and you have a gift for Tara Orden.
All right.
He's your kind, but he was perhaps a little. He'd remember me.
All right.
And give him these and just tell him I'm returning the gift.
Fair enough.
Ooh, and give him this too, and I hand him another platinum.
Oh my gosh.
That might be
Isn't
seen as
that
bribery.
illegal?
I don't know, isn't... He's giving him things.
Well,
It's more gift, but.
So's that.
Right. I'll
Use that
I'll
to
see.
buy yourself a nice suit so you look representable in
Ooh,
the
yes.
in the city, and that should help.
That. Right. Okay.
First, man, do you see a lot of this kind of gift giving going on in the
Doesn't sound half bad.
The nicest suits.
I don't really
50
see the
gold.
money in the
He's
castle.
like, can you take
I just
this?
say I want something and I give it.
What can I get for this?
all the conversations, all the side conversations that just happened were so funny.
They were. Wait, should we actually say?
I was just sitting here listening to everything.
What did you guys say?
We were talking about buying a suit in the
Ah.
capital city with one piece of platinum. Like the nicest suit's probably gonna be like 80 gold, 50 gold, not even one platinum.
Yeah.
Resume was saying that she's just like, if I want something, I say it.
And I hide it.
I was asking her if a lot of these platinum exchanges happen in the capital. These kinds of gift
She says,
givings.
I said I didn't know. I don't see the money. I just get what I want.
I don't see the money.
I don't handle money.
I don't handle the money.
Well, you're handling a lot of money.
Right. Well,
Giving out.
I suppose we could set off in the morning.
If that's the earliest you can do, we'll set off in the morning. Sure.
Well, if you all would like to get going sooner, I suppose we could. But
I
it's
feel like
It is the morning, isn't
the
it?
task at hand.
it's about midday at this point.
Yeah,
You guys are kind of
We've been talking a lot.
leisurely about your morning.
I feel like the task at hand requires some urgency, so if we could leave by
Now.
now.
Right. I'll get to packing.
Right.
Do we need to contact anybody else to come with you?
I might take my boy with me and see about someone else.
You might
Especially if you're taking us through, even just mostly through the forest.
take Rena with you as well. Not
Right.
not for protection for your sake, but for hers.
Right. But if you're taking us through the worst of it, the West Road, I haven't heard many stories of people getting attacked there, so...
Yes, we'll get you through the forest, and the rest always pretty quick. It should be not but a half day's journey or so. I should think so. I think you should be okay.
Across the lake?
No, to the ferry.
Oh, to the ferry. Gotcha.
Is that right? Half day's journey, past where we get them.
So this can get cut out or not, doesn't really matter, but for the sake of the first episode, I skipped a lot of travel to get you guys all together.
Yeah.
Now, we're going proper scale, and so that's why from Orneth to the capital is a week's journey.
Right.
How about to
right,
that
but
town?
I'm saying to
So to that
just to
town for the ferry,
Because Falvik and Orneth are like a few hours.
Can you imagine
about
if
a
you just
day.
did time proper from the beginning?
if I did time probably from the beginning, you
Patience
two
would
would
never
just
get
be
it.
introduced.
Right, yeah.
You've done a
a lot in the.
Likely 3-4 days to the city with the ferry from Orneth.
Yeah, but I'm saying just to the ferry.
Yeah, to the ferry, 3 or 4 days.
Oh,
Wait, what?
3 or 4 days just to the ferry from.
Yeah,
To here?
yeah,
Oh, Orneth.
yeah.
Ugh.
That's why I said I really cut things out so we can get you guys
it
together.
wouldn't,
Leave
be, it wouldn't
tomorrow.
be a week to the capital. It would be like 2 weeks.
Well, the
No,
ferry's
be a
probably
week.
quicker
Yeah, the ferry speeds it
than
up.
just us walking.
I got it.
So
Because the
like-
ship also moves faster than walking speed.
Well, right, but
We
So
could-
probably closer to the 3-day mark than the 4-day mark.
Probably.
We could.
Depending on how
we-
fast you travel,
we
but
could
yeah.
leave- We could leave tomorrow.
Well, either way, we're gonna have to camp probably. So might as
no,
well go.
we need to leave today.
Well, but by the time we camp, it'd probably be near the woods, wouldn't it?
Oh, we've camped.
We're
in
We're
this.
gonna have
split
to
up.
camp in the woods no matter what we do.
By this point, you can probably make it close to the eastern edge of the woods before nightfall.
There.
If you leave. No, the eastern edge.
There.
Yeah,
We could travel there.
because if it's about midday.
Because it'd be safer for them to like
Yeah.
travel without the woods right there.
Yeah.
And that way they can travel their full day on the safe part of
Yeah,
the road.
yeah.
And then we can start heading towards the cave.
I like it.
Yes.
Let's go.
Well, he's got a pack for a second.
Oh.
Yeah, so at least in the meantime, do you guys do anything to prepare for the travels?
Oh my goodness. Where's the best place to sell clothing? Because I've already worn a lot of those dresses. I don't re-wear dresses, you know.
Well, we have. Well, to be honest, no one really sells clothes around here.
Well, get rid of them, I guess. I don't really care about the money.
I'll be heading into town. Do you want me to try to get rid of them for you?
I guess I do need to buy new ones though for getting rid of the old. Do they make beautiful dresses around here?
For special ceremonies, yes.
Okay.
What are you doing?
In my
He
suitcase.
has
Oh.
Actually, you can give it to Item. Let's go!
Does it have wheels?
When Groot, when Groot sets the suitcase down, the house shakes.
I just go sit out by the lake. I go travel to the lake and I sit there.
I like the idea of this like 100-pound suitcase that you brought with you.
Alright, we'll go really quick.
Okay, Frode runs back to his house. He's going to just grab food and more tobacco because he just gave away his last pouch.
Okay. Of which you have plenty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So give it maybe 30 or so minutes.
She's selling her clothes. I
Oh
wanna
yeah, we're
hear
gonna go
this.
find a tailor.
Right.
I want to hear this.
I'm actually gonna kind of split off from her once we get there, and I'm gonna be trying to find like some people to come along to
Okay.
protect the others.
I'm just gonna go sit on the western edge of the woods along the path,
Okay.
waiting for everyone to
You
leave.
could sit at the lake with me.
No. So we've got Groot sitting somewhere around here.
Yup.
We've got Pixie down near Frode's house. So for
Oh, before I leave the house, I do hand.
The sweaters I've waited for.
the things I just gave you guys,
Should I?
Yeah.
that's okay.
I'm just gonna take out my inventory so I know.
Let's go here.
Well, that was the other town.
Okay.
I'm looking for the most beautiful dresses in all of. Where am I? Udo. Fear. Tell
Shakespeare.
the voice in the back of my head. Tell me.
Shakespeare.
Udo Fear.
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare?
Shakespeare.
Shook and spear.
No, he has a halberd.
Shake Halberd.
Shakespeare.
Oh.
Half
I want a
sphere.
half sphere.
If you hold it up just right, it looks like a full sphere, so it's fine.
Half sphere would be a good name for a place.
Write it down.
Okay. So, Frodo, you're kind of leading them through town on this search.
She went home.
Yeah,
Are
we're
you-
back
okay.
to my house.
So you're home, which makes this even better.
I think it's just me at this point.
I think
It's just me too.
I would have, if they asked, like I would have pointed them in like a direction
Yeah.
that we could go.
So, Resme,
Yes.
walking around town, not too far from Rena's house,
Tracking it from.
you see this larger stone square. And most of the buildings around this square do look to be more shops and services and such. Not many just houses. If you'd like to roll investigation.
Oh, wow. You know me, I can find that dress store. 21.
21. The funny thing is, can you?
Oh no, is it not?
Is as you're going about and looking and your eye searching for any signs of a fabulous dress store, looking, well, I mean, there's not really many windows to see if they have dresses on display. But you do find a weaver.
Hello!
Hello?
Do you make beautiful dresses?
I like to think so, yes.
Oh my goodness, that is so perfect because I'm looking for beautiful dresses.
We're looking for... Right, I see you dressed nicely.
Right, you see, I've already worn these ones, so I'm trying to get rid of them and get new ones.
Oh.
I just take out the
course.
suitcase and start opening it. There's this one. Oh, okay, this one, and I take out the ball gown. This one's really heavy, so it's probably about time we got rid of this one.
Of course.
I'm just imagining the suitcase weighs like nothing now.
It's all clothes.
I go to pick
No,
up
it's
and
all
I throw
just
it in the
It was always just the ball gown. then.
Just the ball gown.
Alright, so be careful with it, you see, because
Weighed just as much as her armor.
be careful with it because that's real gold there. And it's sparkly, it'll get on your hands a little bit. And it's like the finest, it's custom made. Huh?
What's funny is that you're speaking to a gnomish woman, and so handing her this ball gown, she's reaching up, and I mean, they're just, ooh. And it's fully dragging on the floor at this point. Oh. Well, if you're looking to get rid of it, I could take it from you. If I'm honest, dear, I don't know if I could pay you for something like this.
No, that's okay. How much do you think it would be worth out of curiosity?
Likely more than I have. I'm not rightly sure I could tell you. But if you're sure about just letting it go, I could, make something nice of it.
It's very heavy, you know. I'm good scratch.
It is, and as she, like, just...
She just dragged
Lays
me
it
like,
down.
through the store, like,
No, at this point, she's just laying down on the floor, just... Alright. And you're looking for another dress?
Well, yes, because, you know, I'm getting rid of these ones, so I need to replace them, and then wear them once, and then get rid of those ones.
I get the feeling you're not from around here, are you?
No, I'm from Belarus. Ilaria.
Okay, alright. Sure, What are you looking for?
Something pink and flowy and comfortable because I'm doing a lot of fighting these days. Ugh. And it has to be able to fit under my armor when I put my armor on.
Fighting in dresses. Strange people from strange lands. Well, I'm afraid I don't often work in bright colors. I might be able to use some of the things you're giving me and refashion them.
Well, I don't know if I'm coming back quite yet.
Oh,
Maybe I should just take it to the capital with me.
Does Groove protest this?
He's not here.
Groove isn't there.
I am not there.
if you like, I mean, I can make things. It would take me some time as well, but
See, we're going somewhere, and I don't really know if we're coming back afterwards or not. I don't really know what's happening at all. I'm on this crazy adventure. It's been really fun.
Oh,
What's your name,
right.
by the way?
My name is Elissa.
Alyssa?
Elissa.
Elissa. Of
Elissa.
course. What's your favorite color?
I do like blue.
Oh my goodness, that's perfect because I've already worn my blue dress. Here you go.
Oh, that's very, very nice.
I'll keep the ball gown, maybe, and find a better place to put it. I do think my
Another
dad would
50
probably
pounds back on your back.
Huh?
An extra 50 pounds back on your back.
Is that what it is?
How much is it?
Well, if 1 gold piece is 1 pound, or no, it's 0.1 pounds, right?
I don't track coin weight, man.
It's 0.0.
If I were tracking coin weight, it's too much for D&D.
How much gold would you say is on this dress? If it's real gold, how many coins worth of gold is on there?
20?
A
80?
lot.
100
Coins worth?
100 gold coins? 100 gold coins
It's
worth?
all here, and definitely down there.
It's on like the dress part.
Yeah,
it's
on
like
the dress
if I'm
too.
imagining like a
It's like
sequined.
feathered here. These are like feathers, sort of, but like prettier.
Oh, wow.
You're probably looking close to triple digit coin.
How many?
You're probably looking close to triple digits.
300 coins.
Well, triple digits, so at least 100 or so. Because even though like towards the bottom it's probably more fine gold work, it's
Probably
still.
like starts dense here and then like is less.
I mean, she's still
as it
really
goes
tall.
down. Yeah.
Long gown. There's some kind of like almost corset piece, right? That's
Yes.
a lot of like heavy gold.
Yes. Yeah. Heavy gold here, and then like I think it would probably like kind of fade, like, be less and less as it goes.
So if it's worth like if it's
120
probably around
maybe.
like 500 gold pieces. That's 5 pounds plus all the fabric.
That's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
You're carrying a war pick. and
Which do you know how much a war pick weighs?
And a morning star.
Probably like 30 pounds.
and like what? 2
2
great
pounds.
swords?
Oh,
No, he
what?
gave one of the great swords away.
How
A
much?
war pick is 2 pounds.
Do you have a morning
That
star?
seems wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Did you put the morning star?
Yes, I have the morning star. That is 4 pounds.
Okay, I'll keep this one for now, and maybe I'll get it refashioned another time. But I will give you these, and I take out my shoes from that outfit. Like, these have gold on them too. There you go.
Okay.
I don't think I'll need those anymore. I tried walking in the dirt that you guys have in those, and it was not fun. My heels were just like.
Does this lady have anything that she can wear? Like,
She's got stuff that Resume could wear. It's a little more simple clothing.
yeah.
Nothing flashy and disco-y.
Camouflage.
If
It'd be
if
much
Resume
better
really
for
wanted
her
to stoop
journey,
down and blend in,
She could.
she could. So if you'd like me to make something, I could do so from some of these other dresses you're giving me.
Well, then I will be re-wearing them. You know.
Well, they'd be new. All right then.
Maybe I will take one simple dress though, because I have been told that if I'm sneaking in the woods, pink is not the best color. So if we're ever sneaking again, maybe it would be helpful to have, you know, brown.
Would you like a dress or just something to cover you up?
Ooh, something to cover me up.
Her makeshift.
Because then,
cape.
then the brown won't have to touch me directly. Yes, that makes sense.
Oh, it'd still touch your arms.
Then-
Oh, okay. Stand here for a moment and
Okay.
she walks to like behind the counter. She picks up this little stool and kind of saunters over to you and puts it down, gets a little tape measure and starts like measuring at least your height and
I just snap into a routine with it and do all the different movements.
right. And she's kind of like muttering stuff to herself, and just gets off the stool and walks around to just a rack of cloth and dresses aren't kept here, but some trousers, some cloaks, some tunics. And she kind of like reaches up and grabs another. Puts that one back, walks over to you, and kind of. It's a bit of an effort for this older gnomish woman, but she does kind of like take the cloak and step up onto the stool and kind of reach up and kind of toss it over your shoulders a little bit. Step down, move the stool in front of you, step up and kind of like bring it around and clasp it and tie it off and everything. And it's about right. Just down to your ankles. Is that all right with you?
It looks good to me. So you take the blue dress and the shoes with the gold plated on the bottom and around the edges, and I'll take the cloak. That seems like a perfectly fair trade to me.
Is Aiden with you?
No.
Okay. We can work and trade. Sounds like a deal to me.
She
Her little hand.
She doesn't touch the money, deal with the money. She just.
Which honestly is hilarious because she's making bank right now.
Oh yeah.
As opposed to, charging maybe a silver for the cloak. If traders come through and she sells these dresses, she's buying Orneth.
Alright, thank you so much, Alyssa.
Yes, it was a pleasure to work with you. Resme.
And if you ever see a very handsome elven fellow come through, his name's Yelric. So handsome. Let him know that I was here and I miss him and he better hurry up. Okay.
All right. I'll pass it along. Have a good day.
Bye.
Ivan? You were doing what?
I'm looking for some people that can help along the journey.
Some people that can
just protect each other, I guess. Just kind of getting some extra numbers.
Okay.
And so I'm just kind of going around looking for someone who looks capable of, I guess, just
Protecting?
physically protecting these people, yeah.
Okay.
And Fred wouldn't have much to grab from his house, so he'd probably be heading back into town and trying to find everyone to get together.
Okay.
You find a very large man sitting somewhere, and then upon a closer inspection, it's Ruth.
Yeah, I'm like looking around like, oh no.
Oh,
No.
Oh, he looks really roll perception for me. Like it. $14. Okay. Walking about town. Middle of the day now. You see plenty of people out and about as opposed to entering last night. See all kinds. Honestly, in Orneth, it's largely gnomish and halfling populated, though there are a scattering of humans and various types of elves.
There are elves in this town?
A few.
I missed that last time.
I don't think I even knew that.
There's not many. It is largely halfling and gnome. With
I'm assuming wood elves?
Actually, you know what? I would know Elvish, so I that would make sense that some elf taught me. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the elves that are around here are probably mostly half, but it would still be descended from wood elves, and there are still a few wood elves around.
Is there such a thing as a halfling half-elf?
Probably.
Yeah.
That's an aspect of D&D that I've never seen explored. It's always half elf, half orc. It's like, what's the other half?
Yeah.
So there probably is a half elf, half halfling.
Quarterling.
My first half is halfling. My second half is halfling. So you're a half-halfling? I'm a half-halfling who's full halfling.
Half on my mother's side, half on my father's side.
It just looked out and I got both halves.
So does that make you a fulling?
I'm a halfling.
Full
Well, I'm
halfling,
not
not
halfling.
full halfling, not full ling, but also half halfling.
But the older half is also half.
Exactly. Now you're getting it. So walking
So
down.
if you wived a half-halfling as well, but then proceeded to have divorced her, you would have had a half-halfling. And you're a half-halfling?
And for half my life, I would have had halfling.
So,
No, half.
So wandering about
Okay,
town.
no more of that.
Yeah, tabling that for now. Wandering about town, that's mostly what you see. I mean, there's some folks who seem like they might be harvestmen wandering out and about. There's a few more of those outposts. Those are also mixed as well. Though there's some humans, some taller, some look a bit more capable of defending and fighting. I mean, one place that I'm sure Aiden would look is there is a smithy in town. So, do you approach anybody? If so, how so?
So,
That's a good question.
You!
Yeah, I
Fight.
guess I'll head towards the smithy if I know where it is.
Okay. It's...
But as I walk, I mean, I'll keep an eye out for people.
Okay. It's pretty easy to find the smithy.
Mm-hmm.
As, walking towards the center of town, you do see some smoke billowing from the chimney and hear the clanging of metal. And somewhere off in the distance nearby, you hear a very shrill voice. So is that where you head first?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. You caught me without one of my sheets of paper, so I have to improvise. Shoot, okay. So approaching the smithy, the door is open, and walking in, you can already feel the temperature difference. You see a couple of humans in there, as well as one halfling. The halfling is mostly just moving materials back and forth. One of the humans is hanging up some, mostly tools, same as Falvic. You can see there's a couple swords of decent quality, but nothing outstanding. And the other human is currently, seems to be fashioning some other tools, mostly sickles in preparation for the eventual harvest. And he's pounding on the blade, and he kind of sees you walk in. And, hey there, what can I do for you?
How are you? I am,
Doing alright?
I'm looking for, well, let me just say I'm going on a journey, and I'm needing some protection. I was curious if you have any regulars who you know are maybe decent at fighting.
Well, where are you going?
We're going to be going southeast.
Southeast, alright.
I'll be honest, this kind of is a abrupt thing, so I don't know a whole lot about the mission yet, but I just know that we're going to need some guards to send with
All right.
some of our group.
Tell you what, he kind of turns over to the side and yells to the other human, Epi, come here for a minute. The other human, who was kind of like hanging some pitchforks and shovels on a little rack, kind of turns and walks over. Yeah? What's going on? And the first one you were talking to, this fella here is going on a journey southeast, you say?
Yes.
Looking for people who can help maybe fight or at least protect. I know you've been wanting to look cooped up. That sound interesting to you at all? Epi looks like he's maybe just a little older than you are. But he's a few inches shorter, but still, works as a blacksmith, so he's built pretty decently. Yeah, I could do that.
Of course, you'd be paid for your services, but...
Oh, that's good.
Or if you even have any friends that you'd like to bring along, anything like that. Or if you think that you can hold your ground well. How good are you with a sword?
I practice from time to time.
Okay.
What are you expecting?
Well, to be honest, I don't know what to expect. Hopefully nothing, but...
Alright.
Just, we'll be passing through the wooded areas southeast of here, so...
alright.
Oh, east. Just east of here, sorry.
This is for DM's sake. Are you asking for people to travel with you guys, or to travel with
who
the
we're
others?
sending off, yeah.
Gotcha.
East.
Oh. Yeah, alright, I can do that. I've traveled that a bit. I think I could probably find someone else. When are you setting off?
It probably will be pretty soon here. Most likely
No.
as soon as possible.
Oh, alright, and he looks to the older fellow who was working the anvil, and I think we can handle it from here.
Like I said, I'll make sure that you get paid for
That'd be nice for sure. Are we meeting somewhere to set off?
Yes. Well, this is a small area. Do you know where Frode lives?
Oh. Yeah, I've seen him once or twice.
Yeah, we'll be...
Am I friends with any of these people?
I mean,
Your cousins, aren't you?
Frode... Frode being Frode and this being a town the size it is, you're pretty familiar with most people.
But not like, I'm not friends with them.
That's partly up to Frode and how friendly he's feeling with most people, but
I mean, if Frode wants to be friends with everyone in the town.
Wouldn't he have to get tools for his pipes?
Yeah, probably. You're at the very least acquaintances with most everyone in town, but yeah, due to your high charisma nature, you can. It's hard for people in a town like Orneth to not be friendly with Frode.
Yeah.
So, yeah, upon seeing them, you probably recognize them. Yeah, I can. I'll find someone and head that way, I guess.
Okay.
All right.
Be very appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And you head out?
Yeah.
Okay. Shortly after you head out, you see him walk out and head to the north a little ways. And then you head back to Frode's abode? The Frode abode? The Frode abode?
I would have been heading back towards town to make sure everyone gets back.
Okay.
I'm gonna start heading back and getting my stuff ready to go.
Okay. You probably would have left that area just before he did, so on your way back you would have passed by Resme.
You probably couldn't even tell who I was because I'm so simple.
Oh. No, I could tell. It looks nice.
Yes, I traded it for my blue dress. You remember the blue one?
Mm-hmm.
And my high heels with the gold on them.
Yes, well, common fits you nicely.
Oh. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, look, there's Aiden!
Oh, it's the resume. I almost didn't recognize you.
I know,
She
she
looks
was
so
good in
simple.
common clothes.
No, she does. She looks more normal.
Thank you. You will be so happy for me. I did a trade. Just like you do.
And what did you trade?
I got this cloak.
Okay,
And I
good.
traded my blue dress. Do you remember that one? Really nice
Oh.
from back home.
That's
And and my heels. You remember those one? They have the gold, like actual gold on them and stuff.
Yes.
From somewhere behind you, you hear shutters and doors slamming shut. And just inside, whoa! No,
Lady.
not actually.
Flips to like permanently
Yes.
closed.
Closed for good. Don't come back.
I'm sure Gruth will be very happy to hear that.
He likes trade too.
Something like that, I think.
You are still now. You have the suitcase, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yes, please
The
take
ball
this.
gown's still
Okay.
inside.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
it's
It's a little lighter, yes.
It is lighter, yeah.
A little bit.
You didn't want to get rid of the heavy one?
Well, I thought about it, but then
It's the most practical out of all of them. of course.
exactly.
It's practically
I don't know why I didn't think of that.
I was thinking about.
Practically impractical.
I heard my mom's voice in the back of my head being like, "Raspberry, why did you get rid of that dress?" You know what I
Also
mean?
sounds like a goblin.
Your mother
Now I know
sounds-
the voice to give Resme's mom. Resme, where'd your dresses go? It's so good to see you.
That's a terrible voice.
I figured
Adorable.
she didn't really seem like she would know what to do with that one, so I thought I would find someone who knew what to do with it a little
Okay.
more.
Yeah, that makes plenty of
Yes, I
sense.
don't think that Elisa would know anything at all to do with anything that you had.
Frode, I got some of your buddies to come along
Oh,
with us.
who'd you fetch?
His name was Epi.
Oh, Appy. Oh, yes. He repairs some of my tools that I use occasionally.
He
He's a
said-
nice fella.
He might bring someone else along with him, and then we can send them.
Good. Well, it's that blacksmith boy. Well, he's a good muscle.
So, are we ready?
Oh, well, I am, but before we go, I ought to tell the town a little bit about what's going on. I don't want to scare them too much, but just to let them know that they should put defenses up and whatnot.
Ooh, fences, yes.
Good yes, fences.
Frode, what kind of defenses do you guys have around here?
We don't have any, is the problem. I'm
Right.
thinking, I would suggest to them to build a trench around the town with spikes, and that's as much defense I think they could get put up in, the few days' time that they would have to be prepared.
Is there any good place for them to at least hide?
To fortify? Oh. Truthfully, I think it would be best if my house is a very defensible place. Well, just because it's backed up against the waters there.
Right.
I would recommend them to actually fortify that area, but yes, they should fortify that area. So that's probably what I'll recommend. Oh, actually though, on the other side of the lake, that might actually be a better spot. There's more lake body back there. Yes, so, yes, somewhere around the little lake down there.
They can all fit there?
Tightly, yeah. Like I said, this is not ideal. If they have to, they must flee.
Maybe we could even just tell them to fortify their homes and board up any windows.
I think that is probably what they should focus on.
Yeah, your home isn't very fortified because Grix walked right in.
Well, you're right. My home is not fortified at the moment, and I'm still disgusted. So thank you for reminding me of that. Oh, my tobacco. What am I gonna do with it?
Wow.
And the food. Oh,
That's your concern first.
what if he licked it all? Oh gosh.
Why would he do that?
I don't know. He's a goblin.
He just stood there.
What goblins do? They lick things.
I
don't
didn't see
know.
him lick anything.
Just heading down to the cellar, barrel after barrel, just pop.
Oh.
That is exactly what Frode is imagining.
Just looks at the pantry. Go.
This is horrible.
I did that in a scene once.
Never mind. Don't worry, he just came, he stood there, grew some horns, and then he left. It was really gross, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds rather
It's horrifying.
disturbing.
What if he got like the ooze from where the horns grew on the floor? This is foul. You should have kicked him out.
Well, he did leave right away. I didn't really have
Oh.
time to kick him out.
Good.
I tried to follow him, though, so he could come back.
You're strange.
I thought he ran further into the house.
You're going towards the back of the house.
Okay.
He was my friend, you know, and he's in trouble.
Anyways, we gotta get going. I don't want to think about this stupid little goblin anymore.
If you want, I can go around and start telling people to maybe hunker down and prepare for.
Yes.
Hopefully nothing.
Yes, I think if we both cover parts of the town, it would be.
I can help too. Beware! Death is coming! Probably not, though.
Yeah, perhaps I take care of this, seeing as how I know the people in town.
As you're kind of strolling through the southern paths towards Frode's house, you do get a couple like, what did she say? Who's
Okay, I'm gonna send Resume and Ruth. You were also along with us, or you were sitting? At
No, I'm sitting by the
He's
forest,
just waiting.
patiently
Yeah.
waiting for you guys.
And I'm waiting at the lake
Okay.
pond.
Like,
So, I guess I would just
Like-
send Resume forward and ask her to grab Pixie and get over by Ruth, and then I'm gonna go back towards the town and start knocking on doors, just like really briefly. If someone answers, and tell them to spread. Hey, you guys gotta get the fences up.
okay.
And
You're
then I
doing
would
the
go-
same?
Yeah, just be like, prepare whatever weapons you may have, and I'll tell them I'm a friend of Frode,
Okay.
so they don't just have some random stranger going around telling them.
So
He,
you're,
he unknowingly goes behind Frode to every single one.
I'm a friend of Frode. You better prepare.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
you were going to say something else?
Oh, and then I'm gonna go back to Rena and family
Okay.
and have them come.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so the two of you just make a persuasion check.
For every house you go
No.
No.
At 22.
If we were playing for the rest of the day, sure.
No. Still
What?
no.
to. Roll a d100 to see how many houses you got.
19.
Wow. Okay.
That was good.
Very
Very
convincing.
good. Yeah.
Run for your lives. Fly, you fools.
Die.
That's what you get if you get in that one.
Fly, you fools.
Fly, you fools.
So you feel in the few houses that you kind of visited to start telling them to spread the word, you got the message across with enough urgency to show people you're serious, but in such a gentle way that people aren't left panicking and freaking out. Riots aren't about to burst up and destroy the town. And then you head back to Rena's house. Easy enough to gather up the family. They have things prepared by this point. And then head back to
the forest.
From
edge
We'll
of the
gather
forest.
at the edge
Yeah.
of the forest.
the edge of the forest. That's right.
Before I get grabbed by Resume and while all that other chaos was going on, I was sitting by the lake and I
No, you don't.
was
Notice the golden fish.
no, I
No.
was
drawing in the earth with a mold earth and making little pictures while I was sitting there waiting.
Very fun.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I'll
Did
probably
Fro-
wait at Frood's house for those other guys to show up because that's where I told them to go.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I'm just sitting there right.
They're just there like,
Hi, what's up?
They're like knocking on all the doors. Bro.
Do
all
we-
the windows are boarded up and stuff.
Do they show up whenever I'm there?
Did we just get punked?
Do they show up whenever I'm there?
Oh my gosh.
Like, was I sitting there before Resme got me and they showed up?
It would have been pretty close together that you were sitting, and within a short amount of time, Resme would have shown up, and then Aiden, and then two other figures. So the group you do kind of meet at Frode's house before heading to the path.
Alright.
And you see, along with Epi, that human from the blacksmiths, you do see another half-elf with him.
Is it a half-halfling?
It might be. He does look pretty short for a half-elf. Just because I like that idea, yeah, it's probably.
Yeah.
Even for the elven features, he's shorter than you are, which, from your experience and knowledge, not typical of elves.
Those are the children I hope to have one day.
We know where Fro's looking.
Some tall children.
Now Resme's in a really weird spot between someone she doesn't like and Fro's sudden desires.
Oh
Not blatantly stated with who, but still.
Fred's probably more into wood elves, being honest.
Look out, y'all,
So is
Rick.
Resme, I mean.
So, you guys gather at the house?
No, I'm at the edge of the forest.
Yeah, we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, Frode's already met with you at the edge of the forest.
Calm down.
And it was kind of the moment of, where is everybody? But then a few minutes later, you do see a group of 5. Wait, sorry. Yes, 5, because you would have brought Rena's family. So the 3 of them, plus 2 other figures. There is a human, a little shorter than most of you, but pretty well built, and then a half-elven figure who looks a little shorter than most elven folks that you've seen.
In a bird.
And a bird.
Would I know this halfling elf?
The half-elf?
The half-halfling elf.
Halfling elf?
Halfling half-elf.
Halfling half-elf? Half-halfling elf?
Halfling
Anyway,
elf?
no, we're stopping that. No more. Yeah, you'd recognize him. He's one of the harvestmen around town.
Okay. What's his name?
His name is Allid. Allid. And as you all meet at the path on the edge of the woods, do you begin making your journey?
Yeah. First I say to Pixie, I go, and you weren't talking to any of those fish, were you?
Wait, what do you say? Huh?
The fish, I saw you by the lake, you weren't talking to any of them. were you?
Oh, no, I left them alone. They seem pretty normal to me.
That's right. You're just normal, mindless, feelingless
Not mindless,
fish.
no.
Mindless, stupid, brainless dump.
That's not
These are fish. I see. Fro doesn't want to.
Sorry.
Fro
She doesn't
doesn't wanna-
feel bad about
Yeah.
No thoughts, no souls.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
okay to eat fish, but they don't have any feeling.
I'll let you think that, yeah.
Pixie, who's had conversations with fish in the past, just hates them. So,
Into the woods we go. Here we are
Okay.
in the woods.
That's not how the song goes.
Well, we
That's
can't
okay, 'cause we can't sing it.
anything
Oh,
else.
hold a rattling bog down in the valley. Rare bog,
And
rattling bog.
Alright, so this troop of people, of now 10 people, begins wandering.
And a bird.
And a bird. 10 people and a bird. Walking through the forest, over bridge and through the not too dense woods as you are towards the southern edge of this forest. It's easy enough. I'm not going to make you... I like this rendition. I'm not going to make you roll survival checks or anything because there is a clear path through the woods.
The road.
Yeah. Does anyone wish to do or say anything for the rest of the day?
Nope.
Oh,
I know, I
Rena.
don't have to ask you.
Rena. And
Yes.
Rena's husband and son. Hello.
Yes.
When you get to the capital, because I'm sure he's there by now, right? If you look for a very handsome wood elven man named T.L.Rick and tell him resume's waiting for him, so, you know, he can't come by me.
Alright,
That's my
we'll, keep eyes out. See if we can find this fellow of yours.
He was wearing green when I last saw him, so maybe he's wearing green again. I don't know.
So, green and...
Brown
elven.
hair, long hair, very
Right,
straight.
right.
So handsome.
Oh, well, I will keep an eye out, sure.
And then you can send him this way. Well, that way.
Right, towards the south-ish. Right, okay, alright. Very well.
That's all.
Okay. Anything else, or do we skip till the night?
I cast Speak with Animals,
Okay.
so I could have a conversation with Silas.
Ooh.
Wait, give me a second.
Voice, Silas,
Speak with Animals. This is my Speak with Animals.
Okay.
Hey, is this thing work? Is this? Can you can you understand me? Or I mean, you can, but
You would have done this before, right? Never before in your life have you talked to Silas.
I've talked with him, but I'm trying something out.
So is she like speaking this in common, or is she like
You
calling?
did talk to my fish.
No, suddenly, a little quietly, she's not speaking super loud, but you do hear Pixie suddenly making, like, bird sounds.
She doing weird things with her head, like when birds call, they go like.
Yeah. Like, well, like some of that and some like the...
It's really creepy, Pixie.
Just sudden jerky movements of the neck.
Caw, caw, caw.
Caw, caw, caw.
She's speaking common.
Oh, I get it.
He'll be here for not much longer.
Autograph?
So you just ask if this thing's working? Can you understand me?
Yeah.
Oh, Pixie, it's
Sorry.
I've understood you before, but it's nice to fully understand you.
We need more Scotch. More Scottish.
It's one of my weaker ones, so I'm working on it.
Oh, Pixie.
Pixie, if you had a chance. Would you? Just wait for Silas to get really worked up someday in the future.
That's how you sound. That's not surprised, but so what has this all been like for you?
Oh, there's been parts I've understood for sure, but it's not like I know everything you're saying, and I know you're not always understanding everything I'm saying, but it's been fun. It's been an interesting journey.
Is like traveling all this way and everything, is that fine for you? Are you enjoying your time?
I am enjoying it.
That's good. That's good. Do you like Ruth? Do you like hanging out with him that one time?
He seems alright. Quiet, but it's not a bad thing.
Tall.
Very tall.
Tall. Not tall, but tall.
But tall, yeah.
So, do you enjoy being my friend?
Of course. Otherwise, I'd be sitting in a tree somewhere.
That wouldn't be fun, because this is fun.
It's much more fun than just sitting and flying all day. I get to see things. I get to see your other friends and whatever they are.
Eat well.
Eat well, very well, yes.
Well, I'm a little nervous about this coming journey, and I'm hoping no matter what happens, you'll stick with us.
Of course.
Because I know you've been here like most of my time learning that I can interact well with animals and all sorts of stuff, but I'm a little nervous. I'm a little scared.
I'd be nervous if you weren't. There's been some very strange things you guys have fought and done and seen, and I'm not sure many crows have seen the same, so... But, you and your friends have done alright.
Can I tell you something?
Of course.
I know I can, but I miss home.
That makes sense.
You remind me a lot of home.
Well, I'm happy to be here then.
You'll look out for me, right?
Always.
And you'll do this if you're curious, if you're if you're like suspicious of anyone, or...
Of course.
Oh, and if you see a little goblin guy that's like growing horns for no reason while we sleep.
At that, he does kind of flap his wings.
Oh.
A goblin with horns? Strange, but okay.
Did you see any guy like that when we were sleeping the other night? When you were outside?
No,
You're asleep, aren't you?
I was, yeah.
I love you so much. Well, I really don't know how much time's passed, but I'm gonna assume 10 minutes is almost up.
Oh, Pixie!
You guys kind of chat for, 10 minutes. So.
Are you talking to your bird?
Call? Oh.
I was just imagining Pixie like quietly talking to her bird and then just going, "You'll do this, right?"
Full gestures, yeah.
What? I mean, yeah.
Do you think you'd do something for me?
What are you asking?
Well, if you'd be okay to part with him for a little bit, I was wondering if you could fly ahead and see if Yelric's at the capital or on the road or anything.
10 minutes hasn't gone up, right? Okay.
But it is funny after this lovely conversation of, I miss home, you remind me of home. You're gonna stay, right? Hey, could he fly away for a little bit?
I didn't hear that part.
I know.
You didn't hear that.
So I appreciate that, but I also just love it.
Good bad timing.
Yeah.
Silas, I know you're pretty fast, and could you scout someone out for us?
Perhaps, who and where?
Well, all I know is He's handsome. He's a wood elf. He has brown hair. He's handsome. He's tall. Can you give me a description, a better description, or something, or?
Long brown hair, straight. When I saw him, it was half up. Green eyes, I think? My brain never
I think so.
Green eyes, really dreamy. Oh my goodness. He had green on.
Silas?
Alright.
He likes green.
Likes green, alright.
Green eyes, green clothes.
Would Frodo overhear her giving this description?
Isn't it caw?
Well,
Well, her resume's description, yeah.
Where's my? I've got to be honest. I don't really think that that's really good enough to go on.
If both of you roll persuasion checks.
Wait, me?
yikes.
This might be a difficult
Please
one.
roll better.
18.
No,
Me.
for
I
that
wish
them
so.
too.
Oh.
10. Oh no.
Oh, I have a nat 20, but I have a -1 in persuasion.
Oh,
No, it's not.
It's a nat 20. Come on.
Yay,
There's no
that's
negatives
me.
here. I'm not counting. It's a nat 20. I'm not adding negatives.
Why don't we just talking about me sticking around?
I'm a little afraid if you do stick around, she's going to be very upset at me. And I don't want Resme being upset at me because I think she might have some scary powers that I don't know about. You can fly away a little bit and
So
then
the
come back.
truth comes up.
You could just fly a little bit. You could just fly a little bit and then tomorrow just come back and go caw, and I'd be like, oh.
Just a little bit.
You could do that, or I don't know where else she'd want us. Where do you want him to look?
Well, I mean, so if he was following where I went, then he would go to the capital, and then he would go to your no, Orneth, and then he would go to your place, and then he'd go back to. I've been leaving notes the whole time. So, so probably like on this path somewhere, right?
You know, how about we sleep on it, and maybe I have a spell or something that could have me send out messenger or something like that, and because it's not in my it's not in my little thing, because I may or may not have a spell that sends out an animal as a messenger. Again, not on here though for now. Maybe wait and have him look.
Okay.
Or some other creature look.
Oh, yeah, we send a different bird if you don't want to send.
Yeah.
Not Twig. Silas.
Did you say Twig?
That's his crow's name in the other campaign, and I almost call Silas that every time. It's not Twig.
I do love the crow theme though.
Yeah. Yeah, we do that in the morning.
Let's not worry about it right now.
Alright.
Yeah. It's almost 10 minutes now.
Roughly.
Okay.
But as the afternoon becomes evening and the sun begins to set behind you, pretty close to the edge of the woods, by the time you set up camp for the night.
Fred's been singing the whole time.
He's been what?
He's been singing.
Okay.
Oh.
Nice little walking song.
Yeah, he's over the bridge and through the woods, under darkened trails, and evil caves enter dark fogs, defiant off on the horrible hobs, for goblins gathering caves below to worship their strange gods.
A jaunty little tune that draws some attention as to the strange lyrics, but yeah, as you guys kind of, I imagine, step off the road to set up camp, as the sun sets, that is where we'll pick up next time. Thanks for joining us. That was a fun one. And we pick up next time with breaking off the trail to head south to yet another cave to see. I don't know. You guys put some things together, so we'll see what you find out next time. But thank you for watching. Hopefully we'll see you next time. And until then, thanks. We love you. We'll see you later.